Shut up, I'm trying to watch Judge Joe Brown.
Mayonnaise, Dijon. And I'm like, part of me is like, what?
I mean, you eat your pineapples today? That's mine. Get out. But hey, the green smoothie.
A detox.
Simple.
Segregated
Times.
times.
That's
what we
it.
need.
There was literally a hashtag that says before Michelle. Talking about Michelle was wrong. Destiny Child. I was too busy using for porn. I didn't necessarily.
Bad AOL.
Right. I was not into watching the little pictures scrolling slowly. Like, oh, yes.
Come, they told me, pum-pum-pum. Hey, y'all. Welcome back.
Where is my drum?
Yes, when he come. This is another episode of Nights at the Round Table. It's your girl, Coley. We back up in here. What's good?
Yo, this your boy Esquire. I'm on the mic one more time.
For sure. Yo, we are out here for another episode 5, season 3. Welcome back, y'all. It's good to see y'all. We are -1. Y'all send some love to our homeboy Najee out there in the world. Najee, we will see you very, very soon. Esquire, what's up?
Yo, what is up, Coley? Thanksgiving is done and I'm still full.
As Nancy pointed out, I still have sweet potato casserole in my Frigidaire.
Wow.
It was too much. I told my mother that we needed more potatoes. I probably should have left those last few potatoes out.
Well, we coming up on 2 weeks with Thanksgiving being done. Please don't.
2 weeks?
Don't.
Thanksgiving was
Don't,
last week.
please
You know
don't.
what? I'm done. Because it's just me here, and every time I pull out that plate, Rizzo looks at me like, oh, no, not again.
I'm like, don't do that. That don't smell right.
Not again. We've let it go. I stopped. I gotta stop eating leftovers. That's the first time I ate something. I ate something different tonight. Finally, so we're done with that. But how was your Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was okay. You know, you had a chance to chill out with Mama Esquire and the family Esquire, so it was really good. A lot of food, a lot of love, a lot of laughter, a lot of scary moments. We were those people that were having a super spreader event.
Did y'all wear your mask?
We did have our masks on, except for Grandpa Esquire. But other than that, it was pretty good. A lot of love. So
That's what's up. Shout out to all y'all. We hope you enjoyed your Thanksgivings out there.
how was yours?
It was pretty low key. It's just, me and my immediate fams and Nancy and her loves. We out here and the dogs. We was just chilling, just taking naps. We took a corporate nap at like 3:00. Everybody found their place and knocked the fuck out.
Even Rizzo?
Everyone.
Oh, okay.
We were all like, you couldn't hear a sound. I went to sleep at first. I did go sleep at first, and then I woke up after about 20, 30 minutes. I was like, let me go ahead and get up out of here.
Well, as I was telling you off the mic, I mean, pretty much we did the same thing with sleeping. Everybody had their mask on. I looked over in the corner. My grandma was knocked out with her mask on. I was like, Grandma, please. At least you safe, though. You safe in your dreams.
Yes. Yes. Where COVID won't get her in her dreams.
In her dreams.
Ever. That's what's up. Good. What are we drinking on? It's the holidays, so we have to have it.
I don't know. I'm drinking whatever you made. Whatever it is, it's fantastic, people.
Oh, you like it? Good.
I do like it.
Shout out to Cruzan, which I would have never thought that Cruzan did anything worth a damn outside of like.
Wait a minute, they make like the light,
yes.
Not the Smirnoffs, but like the
it's always blueberry, pineapple, strawberry, something rum.
Yes.
Shout out to a friend of mine. If you're listening, you and your alcohol closet at your house for introducing me to this Cruzan single barrel premium aged rum. It's aged 12 years. It's fantastic.
Wow.
It's nice.
So that's recent.
Yes.
Okay.
We are having that with some bold ginger, Canada Dry. Our in-house favorite. That's what we got. It's good. I like it. My bottle's almost gone, and apparently Nancy says nobody buys it, so they're all for me. Did you put them to the side for me? She's going to do the thing where she's here but does not speak to us. Ladies and gentlemen, Nancy is here. Perhaps you will hear from her. Maybe you won't. We never know.
Are you drinking out of a black Santa Claus mug? What is that?
My Santa Claus is black.
Does he have reading glasses on too?
He has to see his list.
Gotcha.
Check it twice.
Gotcha. He looks very happy too. Where did you get that from?
My father gave me that.
Oh.
Don't know where he got it from, but he told me I got to his house and he just slid it across the table and said, "This is for you."
Pastor Coley.
Pastor Coley.
Wow.
So I got it. It's the holidays.
Okay. Santa
out
Claus
here.
ain't got nothing on this. He is.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, if this was Jesus on there, it'd be real lit. With Black Jesus on there, it'll be a trip.
Smiling in between two Ten Commandments.
Exactly.
Tablets.
Exactly. It's time again for the holidays.
Tell me happy birthday to me.
But we out here. You know, we about to be. I wanted to get some eggnog, but I don't. Do you like eggnog?
I do like eggnog,
Damn,
and
I started to today.
I actually got introduced to the liquor eggnog by my grandma. She was drinking it.
Mama Esquire.
Grandma Esquire was drinking it, and that may be why she was all asleep with the mask on. But she was drinking it, and I was like, "Yo, this is really, really good."
Yes.
The Kentucky bourbon
Nice.
eggnog.
Well, now that I know,
Evan
I'll
Williams.
get some. Evan Williams.
Evan Williams. I thought that microphone was muted. There we go.
We back.
It clearly has found a way to be on. Thank you, Nancy.
It's the miracle of Christmas.
Wow.
I'm glad to know that, so I'll get some for another time. I just wasn't sure, and I didn't want to be the only one having it. So now that I know, I will definitely get some of that. Actually, I found a recipe for making it. I might do that.
Wow. You know what? You are a trip. You've been muddling
It
shit.
seemed very
now you about
easy.
to make some eggnog? What the fuck?
The recipe called for a whole like a liter of whatever whiskey you want to put in there. I was like, I like that.
What are you going to make it out of? In a barrel or something? Just be stirring it up with a broom handle?
What's the Harry Potter shit? Lumbee Rosa, whatever. Elder Rosa.
What? Ponderosa?
Yes.
Ponderilla? What are we talking about?
It doesn't matter. The more that's what I'll be saying. I'm making my eggnog. And as I continue to drink and get drunk, I'll be listening to my music. Speaking of which, find my note. This is my note.
This is your note.
This is your note.
Ooh,
All right, Nancy, I hear you coming in.
Nancy out here. Thank you.
Bringing the low note.
For sure. You take the top, and I'll take the bottom.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. You sounded so beautiful. Clears out.
Right. This week, I have been listening to... typically, I don't do things that are mainstream. I try to not do that.
Why?
But I don't know. I had a little ratchet in my spirit for the last week or so. So my Find Your Note is Megan Thee Stallion. Her album Good News. Key tracks from me are going to be Sugar Baby and Go Crazy, featuring Big Sean and 2 Chainz. I love it. I mean, I like her. I didn't want to like her a few years back, but I like her.
Not the Body Yachty song either? Or is that too mainstream now?
Well, I mean, she's mainstream. I like her.
Have you been doing the Body Yachty dance here at the house?
There have been moments in my life where I've been standing in the mirror thinking to myself, you know what? This is the moment where I try it.
Got you.
But I don't. I don't for fear.
You be like,
that
this is the
Rizzo
moment. This is the
will,
moment where I take my booty shorts and
Yes.
pull them all the way up into the
Yes.
crack of my ass.
put my Jordans on
And do what I have
put
to
my
do.
push-up bra on and like put my hair up. But I'm like, you know what?
Not this time.
I'm not gonna do it for fear that I either fall and like I'm here by myself and like no one can get me.
That's true.
You know, so life alert. Nancy has a key to my house, but like if she doesn't know something is wrong, and like my phone wasn't in the living, like I don't know what'll happen.
Right. And then to see you laid out in that get up that you were just talking about.
Exactly.
You'd be like, what the hell happened here?
Exactly. So, and that the people they only treating corona patients right now. Like, what if they just leave me for dead outside? I don't know. So,
Help!
help me, nigga.
That's hilarious.
But that is mine. What you been listening to?
Well, you know what? As you may have noticed from, or as you remember from my last few episodes, I was talking about that PlayStation 5. I promise this is going somewhere, so stay with me. I did manage to get one.
Yes.
I was very toe up the last time. I thought the Lord, he had to have bigger plans for me. If that's why I didn't get one. But apparently I did get one, so that was the plan. There was a game on there called Spider-Man Miles Morales. And that just came out with PlayStation 5. Focusing on the Black Spider-Man. That soundtrack to that game is completely awesome. Like, he is in Harlem doing what he got to do. But it surprised me because the soundtrack, they used a lot of Jaden Smith's songs from his last album.
I saw you listening to Jaden Smith, and I thought to myself, what is going on?
That's the reason. So Jaden's album, I had to go investigate. What is it? Eris, Erys, his deluxe album. I had to go and listen to it. I was pleasantly surprised by it. Really good little album. It's a nice little alternative hip hop sounds, a lot of rock and roll type stuff in there too and whatnot. So notable songs from that album, even though it came out last year, is number 1, P. Then also On My Own featuring Kid Cudi. And also Noise with Tyler, the Creator.
Yes.
So I like that. I like that little album, and maybe it's because I like the game. I don't know. So that's for me.
That's what's up. I love that. Something new for the table. That's Find Your Note, folks. Naja, wherever you are, we sure that you are listening to something of a throwback. Keep on playing it. Put it on repeat. We love to hear it. Y'all be sure to check out our most recent Find Your Note that's out there. Find Your Note Guilty Pleasures. Did you fuck with our Guilty Pleasure? Did you hear it?
I did listen to some of it, and I like the way it was put together. So shout out to you mixing it up and all that shit, Coley.
There's some surprises in there at the end. Make sure we got all of our guilty pleasures.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Y'all go ahead and check those out and stay tuned. Coming soon for the new Find Your Notes coming in the world. We're going to move right on with our drinks in hand and get through this damn gate.
There's been a lot of shit going on.
You know, the holidays, Corona 2020.
Yeah.
Per usual, we have to mention it. Whatever's going on up there in the White House, the whitest house. But specifically, what I would like to discuss is, I don't know if did you read the story?
Yes.
That I clicked in there? So this donor from here in North Carolina, actually, millionaire here in North Carolina, donated $2.5 million to the Vote for Truth out of Texas for the Trump campaign to get to the bottom of why Donald Trump did not win this election.
This voter fraud.
Voter fraud.
Oh, the voter fraud.
Just the crazy fraudulent election, the fake news. And here recently, when he has realized that they are 1 in 38 and they are not winning any of these cases, he has demanded his money back. And they didn't answer him at all. At first, they played him and did not try to pick up the phone. But now that he got a little attention, they said, okay, we'll give you $1 million of it back if you stop bothering us. And he was like, no, I want all of my money.
All of it.
I want all of my money. You didn't give me anything I asked for.
I saw somewhere in the article they were trying to tell him, hey, look, the evidence is coming soon. We still working on it. When it comes,
it's in the mail.
It's coming. We're gonna get you all that proof. Your money is in good hands. I promise we got our best people on it.
That is absolutely insane. So I was like, who left the gate open? One, for you to donate money to this foolish cause. Who left the gate open for the Trump campaign? Who left the gate open for this organization in Texas? What is going on? We are still in this.
We're still in this. It seems like there's a group of people who do not know that the election is over, and they are doing everything they can to disprove and disbelief that this is not it. That Joe Biden and Democrats put on the most complex, well organized voter fraud effort to get Joe Biden elected. Yes. So they're shout out to them. Shout out to them.
This is good. This is the best conspiracy theory I've heard in a while that the party has come up with.
But from a biblical sense, if your life doesn't have purpose, if it doesn't have meaning,
where there is no vision, the people perish.
They shall perish. So their vision is they are going to get to the bottom of this.
Oh my God!
So it keeps them busy.
It does.
Keeps them busy.
It's gonna keep them busy right on up to January 20th, and they'll be so busy they won't see us moving them out.
Some people need a good mystery. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, gumshoe. They're like Harriet the Spy out here.
So motherfuckers is employing Scooby Doo, the Hardy Boys. What's the other one?
Miss Frizzle, anybody? Nancy Drew. Sherlock Watson.
Shelby Woo. Trying to get them all. They trying to get them all. Olivia
and what's his name? What's a Stabler? Get everybody on the case, please.
So
shout out to the Republican Party. Y'all keep on doing it. We go over here. We'll see y'all on the 20th. Pack your bags. Also, did you guys watch Kevin Hart's stand-up?
No.
On the Netflix.
I don't watch Kevin Hart.
Nancy said that she watched it. I did not. Oh no, I did finish it. I eventually did. I fell asleep initially. It was okay. I will give him that. Again, he has not made anything funny since Laugh at My Pain. I think that was the last funny one. But anyway, he did receive some flack for two things. One, he made a little bit about his daughter, who I think is 13 now, 13 or 14 maybe. and her crushes that she has on guys. So over a week's time, she told him about 3 different guys that she liked, and he referred to her as being on some hoe shit. He said, "That's a hoe. My daughter's a hoe. She's on hoe shit." And people out there in the Twitter sphere, IG, wherever, social media world, had a problem with him putting that type of language on his preteen daughter, or his prepubescent daughter, as they said. And there's that, and then the baby girl that he has, he put a shirt on her for the name of the stand-up, which was Zero Fucks Given. She was wearing a promo onesie. And they had issues with that as well. Why is your infant baby wearing something that says something so vulgar? And he's like, y'all are really, really mad for why? It's like in a matter of a few days, y'all have attacked me and both of my kids and what I'm doing with my kids. It has nothing to do with y'all. All of this is in promotion of my thing. Kevin Hart, I don't know why they want to villainize this goofy nigga. Like, he's not someone you should villainize. I don't understand it.
Well, I did see the uproar about the whole calling his daughter a hoe type of thing. I think, at the end of the day, comedians make jokes about their families. That's what they do. And I think we talked about it last time about canceling people and all this kind of stuff, yada yada. It's just comedy. It is what it is. It's just comedy. My only thing is, and I just hope that he's mindful of the fact that this stuff lives forever. And, calling her a hoe and all that kind of stuff and yada yada. Who's to say that's not going to come back and bite her when she gets a little bit older?
I did hear people say that. Yes, as a thing that might be something.
So, at the end of the day, it's still just comedy. But, people are very cruel. They'll take that and they might say, hey, well, look, your dad was out here calling you a hoe. I know you was 13, but he's calling you a hoe, yada yada, so what's up? And going from there. Now, as far as like with the baby wearing the promo, come on. That's nothing. Nobody had a problem with it when Stormy was out here advertising her daddy.
Yes.
Stormy's daddy was out here doing whatever and advertising using Stormy. So come on, that's stupid. So.
And the media. What do you say? That's where the angry people live.
Yes,
on the internet,
in the comment section, like under a bridge, homeless.
Yes. Shout out to one of our listeners out there in Dallas. I hope that you were not out there at True Kitchen, or was that not you that was out there twerking at the True Kitchen? This situation made me laugh, and then it made me concerned as I saw that people were actually like upset about it. So Nancy, just to fill you in case you did not know, there's a place called True Kitchen and Cocktails in Dallas, Texas. Apparently, it's a nice place. It's a nice Black place for food, brunch, cocktails, whatever.
Safe space, apparently.
A safe space.
Safe space for Black people.
Yes. A young lady heard some music that she liked. We'll say that maybe she heard some Meg Thee Stallion. Maybe she heard Body.
There was a DJ playing music. And this young lady, she started to twerk. Mm-hmm. She got up out of her booth and twerked. And then the owner of the restaurant had the music shut off and then proceeded to read her rights and tell her we're not about to do that here. And gave her places where she could do that. But this was not that place. Tell her this is a nice establishment. We want to have something nice for ourselves. You need to have more respect for yourselves. That whole thing with women and twerking and dancing and things of that nature. And it is now spun into two different sides. One of, he had every right to do what he's going to do. That's his restaurant. If you don't want that in there, he don't have to have it in there. And then, or we've got people saying he's a misogynist and he's sexist and he has no place to tell a woman what she can do. Or people saying, you playing that kind of music, what can you expect? Or that woman need to have some sense. Why are you doing that at the table during lunchtime or whatever time of day it was? Lots of different arguments are happening. I have thoughts, but what are your thoughts? Well, when I saw the video, I don't know if he was necessarily addressing her specifically. I felt like he was addressing the whole room. Mm-hmm. And it would have been a lot different if he had went over there and had that conversation with her. Instead, he proceeded to lecture the whole room about what was going on, which was his right to do that.
That's his business.
That's his complete right. Mm-hmm. As far as the argument of, were you playing that kind of music? What do you expect? If I go to a club and they're playing that music, yes, I can dance and do whatever, but they don't expect me to climb up on the speakers and start dancing and doing whatever. This lady was literally climbing up on the tables and dancing on the glass. So if something would have happened and she would have fell, or she would have injured herself, I doubt it would have been, well, it's all in fun. Thank you for letting me dance. It would have been, I see dollar signs and doing whatever. That's number two. Number three, you're at a restaurant. They play. There's plenty of times I go into a restaurant where they played some great music. You just in there dancing a little with your knife and your fork. You going forward, but you're not like
up out of your seat.
Right. You're not up out of your seat. You're not there grabbing a server and trying to grind on her while the music is playing. So I
think that was me. I was just like, I'm all for us doing the things that we want to do, having a good time. Because yes, when we hear a good song, I've been there. I know that feeling. But if I'm eating lunch with people or breakfast, whatever I'm doing, like that's not the place for it. There are a whole list of places where I would do something different to whatever song was playing. In the middle of my dinner, lunch, or breakfast is not one of those things. And the man, of course, I get his point of trying to have a place that's nice for us. As a black woman who like wants places like that, I hate it. When places that we like for us turn into other things. Foolishness. Like, yes. I don't like that. We have places like that here where we are in the Queen City. It's like we can get something and then it immediately almost turns to shit because we don't know how to act all the time. I'm in my mid-30s. I don't want to twerk all the time and be in no foolishness. Sometimes I do want to get dressed up, have a good meal, and chill out, listen. Maybe the Ratch music is playing in the background. Cool, I like it. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to respond to it differently in this environment. But some of us don't know how to act, and that's what happens to a lot of our establishments. And I like that he said, here's the places where you can go and do that. Mm-hmm. By all means, I'm not going to stop you from doing it, but do it elsewhere. And I'm of that mindset. That's his establishment. You should have known how to act. And while climbing on that furniture, your mama, your grandma, your auntie, somebody is disappointed. Why were you doing that?
Somebody's disappointed, and I guarantee you that he may have weeded out a certain type of clientele, but he's probably going to gain another type of clientele where they're like, hey, look, you know what? He's not coming for that foolishness. You're all for having a good time, but within reason.
Exactly.
So
I support that young man. Y'all go ahead and keep supporting True Kitchen. Don't knock him down. It's all good. Another thing that happened to me on this last week was the Soul Train Awards. Anyone who knows me knows how much I enjoy a good award show. Esquire and I, we watched a lot of award shows. We will critique and watch some performances and whatnot. The Soul Train Awards 2020, no. I don't know if they let Tashina and Tisha like produce it like in their backyard or wherever. Wow. So what you said you watched Monica's Lady of Soul performance.
I did watch.
So
Monica's
you saw the stage that she was on.
Yes. So they they had reorganized Kevin Hart's downstairs.
They were in Kevin Hart's living room for this whole award show.
This whole award show.
Most of the performances were done virtually, which is fine. Mm-hmm. We've been used to that. What got me about this is that we watched the BET Awards back in June.
Yes.
And they were great. I was actually concerned how BET would respond to the pandemic, but the BET Awards were really good. The Soul Train Awards, from the same network, same people producing, Adam Black showed up there on his bass, not good. It looked like somebody's aunties. Tisha and Tashina looked like aunties up there. Like normally they're funny, but in this very small, intimate, like, remember Club Tempo back in the day? Out there by the airport, did you ever go to Tempo? It was like that stage. It was like that, like whatever little local band stage you can see, have people in their little socially distanced booths and whatnot. I was like, what kind of low budget shit is this? Like, I know we're deep in the pandemic now, but we were just coming out of it back in June, and y'all did a much better production. What happened here? Like.
Well, when I saw Monica's performance, and let me ask you this, because I didn't see that other part that goes along with it. So I'm guessing when the videos were happening for the virtual, everything being done virtually, was that done seamlessly or was that not done?
No, they would introduce something and then it would go to this thing. So you did not see it pan anywhere. You didn't hear the audience interacting with it or anything. Okay. It just looked like I was watching a music video.
Well, I hate that part. When I saw Monica come out there though, and shout out to Monica. I really like Monica. Gunica. I was team Monica for the Brandy and Monica challenge or whatnot. Yes. Something seemed real off about that performance. Like, I don't know what it was, and as I was telling you before, I don't know if Monica was like a little bit sick or if she was just trying to hurry up and get through it and be done with it. But it just really seemed like I don't think Monica wanted to be there. I think she was like in the midst of her sound check and was just like
she almost had the same energy she had when she was doing Boys to Mine at the end.
Right. At the end of the verses.
She was like, I'm here because they paying me, but like I don't really want to do this.
Like I didn't even really want this award, to be honest with you. I'm
not done yet. Like y'all could like tribute me. Like I'm not ready for this shit. But then she said she's about 20. She's been in the game 25 years, so I guess she technically does deserve it. But
you're as young as you feel.
Yes.
And so I don't know.
It was, I don't know. Shout out to Jasmine Sullivan, who had a fantastic performance. Our fan favorite, Lucky Day. He did a very good job. Did that song he has with Babyface. That shoulda. Very good performance. Babyface was there with him. Snow Allegra.
How did they receive Snow?
Well, it was a virtual, so I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She had a cool little performance. She did more ad libbing at the end. So if you ever catch it on the YouTube, it was a good. She did. Was it I think she did I Want You Around.
I'm ready for the pandemic to be over so I can see how Snow interacts with a live audience on like BET or something like that, and see how that goes. Because we are very critical when it comes to outsiders coming in and doing stuff. It's literally showtime at the Apollo.
Tashina introduced her and gave her a lot of love.
Okay, good.
That was good. And then on her, she won Best New Artist. And she said something about her Instagram Live and on her regular Instagram, just talking about how much she loved R&B, not mentioning all the greats, like welcome me into this community. I love it. It's been such an inspiration to me. Thank you guys so much for it. So even though she's not a new artist, we are recognizing her now, and that's cool.
Okay, cool.
And she was happy about that, so that's what's up. But yeah, I don't know who had the budget for that. Maybe they spent it all on the original, but it was just not it for it to be like the final thing that they do in 2020. Like that was bad. And then Tashina and Tisha looked like somebody's aunties.
So they weren't funny at all up there?
It felt very forced. It felt like y'all been doing this for a long time. Can y'all please do it one more time? Like y'all
got one more in y'all.
I recorded it and then I went back and fast forwarded until I saw the performances that I wanted to see.
Wow.
I did not want to see them do anything. But it just felt really cheap. It felt like something I could have done. Like, give me the space to do it. I could have done this. Like, me and Adam Blackstone, we could have figured it out.
When it gets to that point, that's when it's like, it's time to get some new hosts. I guess I could have did that.
Yes, like, I didn't. That's just me. Somebody might have. And then, like, the cipher that they always do with Erykah Badu leading her or whatever, she wasn't there. And it was Shanice, Shantae Moore, and PJ Morton. Yeah, and I like PJ Morton. But, like, some random dude was DJing, and they did it to an Erykah Badu beat. They were like, shout out Badu. But I'm like...
And Badu
like, Erykah?
Badu at the house, like, fuck
right.
this.
Manuela, Fat Belly, like DJ Fat Belly, where are you at? Please come save us. I don't know. BT, Black Entertainment.
Well, I'll tell you who else needs to be saved. Shout out to Nate Robinson.
Yo,
wherever
listen,
he is.
Listen.
Oh, here go Nancy. Hold
Do you
up.
know Nathan?
Listen, no. But I watched the entire fight on pay-per-view. Listen, it was
You paid for it?
No, I did not pay for it. I was at somebody else's house.
Okay.
But the thing is, you guys, he should have gave up in the first round. Okay.
He had no business being out there.
He should have gave up the first time he got knocked out. Okay.
At a certain point, he kept falling.
Exactly.
I watched it as well.
And when I tell you, watching that shit in real time, fucking hilarious.
Well, let's set it up for the people that didn't see it. So, as you guys know, Mike Tyson and what's the old boy name?
Roy Jones Jr.
Decided that they were going to wait until their prime and have a midlife crisis and decide that they were going to fight again.
Yes.
There were a lot of opening acts. One of them happened to be Nate Robinson versus Jake Paul. Nate Robinson was a former NBA player. Jake Paul is a professional boxer. And keep that in mind. Former NBA player and a professional boxer.
Recently professional boxer.
But what's the last part of that recently? Professional boxer.
So, not just somebody who likes to fight.
Not just somebody who likes to fight. Not somebody dipping their toe off. And here's the thing. There have been plenty of sports people who have done other things. Michael Jordan went off and did golf and baseball.
Yes.
Deion Sanders.
Football and baseball.
Baseball. So, not saying that they were good at it. They were able, but they did it. Nate Robinson decided, hey, I am going to use my fist. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, I ain't never let no bully stop me.
These streets.
You know what I'm saying? I was the bully. I was the bully. Nate Robinson got out there and got his ass whooped. Like, Nate, after a while, it wasn't a fight anymore. It was just an ass whooping.
Get up.
And I was legitimately, I was on FaceTime with some friends. We were in there, like, just kind of drinking a little bit and watching it. And, we just laughing and joking. They were like, oh my God, Nate coming out here. Y'all remember Nate? Like, just gassing him up. And after a while, it was just like, hey, I'm going to turn this off for a little bit. Y'all let me know when it's over. Like, Nate just kept going and kept going down. It was, and when they interviewed Jake Paul, it was all said and done, and Nate was like still laid out, and they were explaining to him,
he was still in the corner ring.
Right. They were like, Nate, who's the president? I don't know. Stop the count. They asked Jake Paul. They would talk to Jake Paul. This was a real shady moment from Jake Paul. He said, I really respect Nate. I respect his basketball career that he had. He was a great basketball player, from what I heard. So shout out to him and whatever. So he went on. But part two of that story is Jake Paul might be getting fined or something, because apparently he had like a boxing after party celebration party or whatever for knocking the hell out of Nate Robinson. Ooh. So that violated like COVID restrictions down there in Calabasas. Damn. So he might be getting fined. So that's another
Chris.
Who left.
You can't get him out of that. Where's Chris at?
He was like, "Hey, I knocked this nigga out. Drinks on me. Drinks on me, motherfucker."
Damn.
Shout out to Nate Robinson. He's taking it all in stride though. He was just saying, thank you for the support and I love y'all and thanks for being there in my corner.
I had to do research because I don't follow boxing, so I had to do some research about that. And I was like, well, this doesn't sound like it's going to end well when I saw people talking about it in general. And then I saw it later, like, ooh, that's fun.
No, he was literally in there face down.
Those and they keep putting down. His little face down picture. They keep putting it on different things.
It's a challenge.
I love
now.
that. I love the internet. Mm-hmm. The internet again in 2020. Shout out to y'all. You keep winning, and we love to see it. That is our Who Left the Gate Open. Y'all are out here. We're in a home stretch. We're in December. Mm-hmm. we got a few weeks left out this bitch. And y'all do what you got to do.
We can just make it to the finish line.
If we could just get to the 12:01 on the first, if we could just keep walking, if we could just do it just a little, I think we'll be all right. Y'all close this gate. Matter of fact, dare I say, leave it open.
I'm gonna stand behind it and whatever else come out.
The doors of the podcast are open. Wow. Y'all do what you gonna do. We're gonna slide out here real quick. Give a shout out to some people that we love who are doing some really great things in this pandemic. Hey y'all. We know what most of you are thinking during this global pandemic and crazy political nightmare. Is the Comedy Arts Theater of Charlotte still open? The answer is yes. Mostly. Since March, the Comedy Arts Theater of Charlotte, aka Catch, has been hit hard by the pandemic. Shows and classes have been canceled and the sound of audience laughter has gone unheard. Despite the financial and emotional hardship, Catch is still going strong and they're looking forward to growing in 2021. They are currently offering virtual entertainment options via videos on demand, including comedian Gabby Moore's one-woman show, Take One, The Gospel Truth. And they are holding in-person classes with limited class sizes, social distancing, and mask wearing. So head on over to their website at catch.theater or follow the Comedy Arts Theater of Charlotte on Facebook and Instagram to show your support. Go ahead and sign up for a class. See how this local theater is continuing to make art during these crazy times. They're roundtable approved. Y'all go ahead, hit them up, and have a great time. Hey, welcome back. We out here with this shit right here. You get your shots poured up?
Yes, we do have our shots.
Shot skis.
Wait a minute. Now, which one is this?
This is the roundtable.
Okay, because it's not purple like how it was before.
It was never purple, but it's cranberry, rum, and ginger ale.
It was okay.
Off air, we'll talk about it. Offline,
we'll talk about it afterwards.
Okay.
You challenging me like this in front of everybody.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mister.
Wow.
This shit right here coming up. This is our traditional shot. Wherever you are, please pour up. Whether it's your lunch break, you at your mama house, we don't care. If you're in the car, well, don't do it in the car.
No, don't do that. That's illegal.
Just take a swig of your water, that hand sanitizer in your glove compartment. It helps get rid of corona.
Hey. Clink, 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 clink,
clink, clink. Shots up. Ooh, so put a little bit right here. Yes. Yes, there you go.
That cranberry did not come through.
There you go. Put a little bit of that in the bottom of it. There you go.
I'm going to do my other drink here. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Always looking out for me.
Thank you. Sure thing. We're back. This shit right here coming up. What we're going to do today is take a trip down.
You got another one?
Yes, that's why I was giving you the ginger ale, boo.
I get you. I don't. Oh, shit. I pour myself. Thank you.
We're taking a trip down memory lane. Y'all excuse us while we get our shit together.
Right.
It's always
like
fun.
we're at a very terrible low budget restaurant.
Yes, we're missing one person with a really long arm, and Nancy is not trying to help us.
I miss Najee, man.
You didn't ask me.
We really miss you, Najee.
What do you think Najee's doing right now? What do you think he's listening to? It's Christmas time.
It's Christmas time. So he's probably listening to Christmas music.
He is probably listening to Christmas music.
Maybe like Kirk Franklin, or Ooh, what's the either Kurt Franklin Christmas,
maybe Motown Christmas.
Motown Christmas, like Let It Snow.
He's probably like at his island in his house. He's probably has cooked something real nice, or he is cooking.
The baby is sitting up on the countertop.
Baby now he's sitting up on the countertop. He's probably like swaying back and forth.
Yes.
He got like a spoonful of food and he is like dancing.
Yes.
And wife Najee is probably like on the couch looking him dead in his face. Like
again with this, could you please bring my plate?
Right.
I gave you one job. Bring my plate, please.
And turn this music off.
Turn it off. Shout out to Piggy who hates Christmas music. We love y'all. Najee, we miss you. We'll see you soon. This week, we're taking a trip back down memory lane. We are all at this table. I guess, are we 80s babies? I think we're 80s babies because we were born in the 80s, but we are 90s because that's when we grew up.
That's when we grew up. It's time machine.
Time machine. We are out here, and the 90s is a wonderful time for us growing up. Music, fashion, crazy shit. But also a lot of the things in the 90s have come full circle too, and we'll get to that. But that's what we're doing today. We're going down memory lane with all things 90s because that was one of my favorite decades. Here's a question for you.
For who?
Right before we dive in. For you, Esquire.
Okay.
Do you feel 90s is one of two decades that I wish that I could have been my age currently in?
Wow.
The other was the 70s, but for the purpose of this podcast, the 90s is one of the decades that I wish I was the age I am now.
Okay.
I enjoyed it as a child, yes.
Okay.
But I also would have liked to have been my current age during that time.
What's the question?
Do
I agree?
Do you feel that sentiment, or is there, I don't know.
Here's
or do
the
you
thing.
like being a kid in that time?
Here's the thing. I liked being a kid in that time. I don't know how I would have survived in the 90s at my current age. Wait a minute. Did I know what I know now living in the 90s?
What, like knowing what you know about the 90s? Like the things that we love the most about the 90s, music,
Yeah.
Movies, things like that. I would have loved to have been 34
You know what?
in 97.
I don't know if I want to have been 34 or 97, maybe 20 something in the 90s, because everything was just so fucking over the top in the 90s. It just seems like it was a whole bunch of like colors, it was a whole bunch of fashions, it was a whole bunch of, they were trying to experiment with different technologies they were trying to do. Like it made you want to be involved in whatever the hell was going on.
Yeah.
Like new sounds, new music, new way of doing things. Like
True that.
It was like a lot of cutting edge stuff that was coming along in the 90s. So maybe if I had to go back, I could be 20 something, but I wouldn't want to be no 30 something. Like,
I got you.
You know, when they was, I remember in the 90s, the people that I knew that were 30 something, they were reminiscing on like the 80s and the 70s. Like they didn't seem like they were having a good time in the night. Some of them, they seemed like they liked the decade previously.
You know what? Maybe my party self was my late 20s. Maybe my late 20s self. That's when I was super into like nightlife and crazy times. Now I'm more of a kickback person. Which, I don't know, maybe the 90s feels like more of a kickback time.
90s seems...
Kickbacks, barbecues.
I don't know. No.
Late night parties.
It was...
Diverse.
It was kickbacks, and it was a good time. When summertime rolled around, there was like a 90s feel as far as like the sound. Everybody's just kicking it, cool nights or whatever, getting with family, doing whatever, doing a kickback, maybe late nights, doing whatever. But it seemed like throughout the rest of the year, there were moments where you were able to hang out and have a good time and party, but summer is what you look forward to for whatever reason. I don't know.
Anyway, that's just something I thought about because as I was going down these lists and things that we were getting prepared, I was like, oh, dang. Like, I love these things now, but I couldn't have loved it the same way when I was 10, obviously. But I picked up that love along the way as I got older. But we'll get through that. The first thing we want to take a look at, though, as we dive into the 90s is like general trends. There are things that were universal for everyone, things that everyone remembers from that time. The first thing that I saw on a list that got me, and Nancy can attest to this, was the Walkman. I stayed with a portable CD player. For the kids out there listening to millennials, a compact disc player. Okay, I had one. No skips. My mother got me a very nice one every year on the year, just in case I broke it, which I probably did. Carried around a little case with all my favorite CDs. Nancy say I didn't. She remember I had it. Did you have a compact disc player?
I did. And mine used to always have the little earphones that was ate up on it. And be like, had little holes and stuff chewed up on that motherfucker or they would be like real flat because they was in there somewhere. Like I used to love my little Walkman that I had.
I loved that. Like once I got because I had whatever the original Walkman with cassette tapes, and that was a thing too. We're at a magical age because we saw so much. We saw so many things evolve into other things. Like we came out of the cassette era, and we had cassettes initially, and then CDs came about. We're like, oh shit, this is cool. Not a CD. I like that too.
Closer to the end of the 90s.
Yes. So we got to have both. But I definitely had them, and I used to love going and pick out. We went to Sam Goody.
Circuit City.
Circus. You remember Circuit City?
Circuit City.
Raise your hand out there if you remember Circuit City.
Did y'all have a Paradise Music?
We didn't have did we have Paradise Music here? I think it was here.
Had a Paradise Music in the Vietnam and FYE.
FYE.
For your entertainment?
Yes.
Which I learned in 2000 was for your entertainment.
Right.
So,
those were good times.
And it's something about the cassette tapes where even with the singles, you go over there and get that one cassette tape, got that one song on it.
Yes.
And then it'd be on the same side when you flip it over.
Yes. In a different way.
So, it's the one with, this is just the instrumental. This is just the instrumental.
I'm pretty sure one of the reasons I got a job, I've had a job since I was 14, was probably so I could buy CDs. Because I was like, I need to have all the musics that I like. I'm out here on the Napsters, and I can't get off I can't be using Napster on my mama's house computer. I've got to get my singles. What is going on?
Or BearShare,
all that.
Were you trying to burn stuff like that on your mama's
LimeWire?
We had CDs. I had burned CDs like a mug all the time.
Or when you used to burn cassettes from the radio.
Yes. We are that old.
I had
we have aged ourselves.
I had the
we are that old.
I had the double disc or the double CD player stereo.
Ooh.
Yes, we had one of those too.
And you used to have to wait. You be playing the radio, whatever, mind your business. Don't let you miss that first 5 seconds,
right?
Because you got to run over there, hit that record real quick. Or you let it go all night while you sleep. And it'd be on low or whatever.
Well, don't let that quiet storm be on there so you can record it. Oh my God.
That is it till your song come on.
Ooh.
Or in my case, I used to fall asleep with the TV on when the BET Midnight Love come on.
Ooh.
And there were songs that I wanted to hear, so I used to put it in my little VHS and hit record and then that knocked out. And be like, please don't tape over this. Please don't tape over this. Got my songs on it.
Speaking of VHS, since you said it, I'll put that in here real quick. Nancy is the VHS bandit. What? Nancy, I'm gonna tell people what you did. We're from the era of time where we would use VHS as tapes. Was it video? I don't know what VHS stands for.
I don't know.
But Nancy ruined several family videos.
Oh shit.
Trying to record, was it Ally McBeal?
Not Ally
recording,
McBeal.
Things on TV, but that part's not important. The important thing is recording shows with a VHS tape. That was the thing, because before there was TiVo, before we had DVR, you had to buy a blank tape and record what you wanted to watch.
Or apparently find your family's
or that
long lost tape.
That I remember my mother was finding out there was a few. It was maybe 2 or 3 things that she recorded over. My mother, each time it happened, it was like freaking Armageddon in our house.
Now she getting her ass.
Each time we realized that we were missing another milestone in one of our lives because Joy was recording a TV show. I don't know. VHS. That's a whole thing. Blockbuster.
Yes, Hollywood videos.
Oh, Video Hut.
Video Hut.
You had Video Hut?
We didn't have a Video Hut, but we had Family. They're similar. Family Video, all those little local video places.
But Blockbuster, every Friday night, Dad would take us.
Let me tell you something. When I got my first Blockbuster card, I felt like I was somebody.
Now
I felt like I had my library card and my Blockbuster card, and I felt like I was like, "Who the fuck do I think I am? I'm going to Blockbuster."
Blockbuster was like walking up in there to get your candies, get your game. That was back when I played video games. We played Nancy and I played video games back in the day. Just going over there and getting whatever.
N64.
We had an N64. She had a PlayStation. We had a Super Nintendo when we were younger. Our cousins had them. I played them back in the day.
Okay, I'm not trying to challenge you. I was asking what you had.
But anyway, going to the Blockbuster was a thing. All you kids out there, before there was Netflix, there was Blockbuster.
Blockbuster used to be a nice, clean, safe environment.
Yes.
Something for families to go
Yes, you
do.
can see people in there talking to people.
Don't get up there and try to get that movie you want. All you see is the case. Ain't nothing behind it. Be mad as hell.
Ain't nobody got it in stock.
So call Hollywood. Then we had cell phones. Cell phones came out. Call Hollywood Video. Call Family Video. Call somebody video.
Please.
Who has it?
Who got this fucking movie? I gotta have. It's like 5 copies of it. Ain't nobody returned it yet.
This is why we had VCRs. Okay, you know, like I really got to figure out. We probably got to get our VCR stuff on like digital forms because we have so much stuff on VCRs or VHS or like those mini tapes. Like that's a time. Like those memories are like stuck in time at this point. We'll never see them again.
Never see them. What about the ones when you had the video recorder and they used to have the little cassettes, but you could put them inside of the VHS joint.
Yes,
and then
my dad
play
had
them.
one of those. Yes, we had so much of that. That was the way we. And now we do all that on our phones.
Yeah,
we do it on our phones now. We had so many apparatuses that we used to like collect our memories back in the day, but now it's real simple. You know, reach down to your $1,000 phone, you all good. What about Beanie Babies? I saw Beanie Babies on the list, and I thought to myself, no. Because I remember my friends loving that shit and being very confused about why bitches love Beanie Babies.
Well, Beanie Babies used to be the craze everywhere. I remember they were coming with like Happy Meal toys, or they would have Beanie Baby Christmas stuff. After a while, like for Valentine's Day at school, I remember I used to be getting girls Beanie Babies. Oh my God, it's a giraffe. Oh my God. And after a while, you start seeing regular stuffed animals that weren't Beanie Babies and calling them Beanie Babies. You'd be like, is that a Beanie Baby? No. That's just grandma's teddy bear. Like, please stop.
I didn't get it. I never got it, but it happened a lot. We use lists for all these things out there in Pod World. So as you hear things, if you don't hear something you remember, it's probably because we weren't interested in it, but it doesn't mean that it didn't happen and it wasn't important in the 90s.
Right.
One thing that was not on the list, which I thought was interesting, was cell phones. Like, we saw the cell phone matriculation. We saw our parents have pagers. We saw them have bag phones.
Yeah.
We saw them have little phones.
I don't remember my parents having a bag phone. I'm not even sure what the hell that is.
The back phone, I never saw a back phone, but I saw my parents had a car phone. They both
we had
had
a car phone.
phones. But the back phone, I never did see someone personally have it. I saw it on like TV, but I never saw it.
With the marshmallow
personally.
buttons.
Yes.
This is real soft.
Or the CD player in the trunk.
CD player in the trunk.
CD trunk in the player. Yeah,
with the
multiple.
6 dicks.
You had to choose.
Not the 6 dicks.
Yes.
6 dicks changer.
Yes.
Coming this winter. 6 Dicks Entertainment.
6 Dicks Entertainment.
You
Yes, with the multiple ones that
you
would
had
change.
to know what you wanted to listen to back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can choose at the moment's notice while you're driving down 77. You can change your mind. But back in the day, you only had
a
them
choice
6.
of 6
Them
options.
6. But you know what?
You might have had 3.
But you know what? That
depends.
saved lives, because before you used to have just that one CD.
This
you
is
listen.
true.
You fuck around. You had money. You had that damn 6 disc or 6 dick
Shout out to
changer.
Shout out to Mama Coley. Like, she stayed having us change her CD changer back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I think my dad had something. His was in the front. He always drove SUVs. But
Not
hers
in the
were
Jeep.
always not in the Jeep. That shit was wild, having to get back there and change that shit. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, what if we want to do something else?
My mama and my dad, we didn't never have a CD player in our car until maybe like whatever. I remember earlier cars just having the fucking cassette tape that linked to the CD CD player that you put in. But my aunt had one of those changes. She used to drive a Tahoe. And we used to be down the street bumping. I'm like, grandma, auntie, if you put that gospel music on, we about to be going to church going, hell.
Yes.
So, yes, I do remember the 6. But look, while you're talking about that, you're talking about us being a little older. What about when you were younger in the 90s and everybody established who they were in school based on their lunch boxes? Like, did y'all have like a personalized lunch box that you just had to have?
Buying a lunchbox was... We bought one, but I would usually lose it, though. I never finished it.
Yeah.
You would lose your lunchbox at school?
I'd end up using a paper bag.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I used to walk in there with my little X-Men lunchbox with pride, with my head up.
I think we would start out with one, but I don't know where it would go. What would happen?
Something happened to
Let me tell you something. You cannot be a good lunchbox. You got your favorite sandwich in there. You open that lunchbox up, and the sandwich smell has permeated in there and hit you in your face. You're like, this ham and cheese about to be real good. This ham and cheese, and this apple.
With your Dunkaroos.
I didn't have that.
You didn't have Dunkaroos?
I didn't have Dunkaroos. All I had was an apple.
That's how I felt about my Trapper Keeper.
Not the Trapper Keeper.
Trapper Keeper. Lisa Frank. Shout out Lisa Frank out
like
there.
That, you like that good sandwich smell on your Trapper Keeper? What are you talking about?
Yes.
Wow.
Now there was a lot of stuff when we were kids, stuff like that. Your pencil box growing up. Lisa Frank stuff for girls, like all that bright ass Trapper Keepers, pencil box, pencil keepers. Just stickers everywhere, like stuff that you knew, like you were like with the shits. If you friendship bracelets,
subject notebooks.
Yes,
that had different little sections in them. It was like you could do like a 6 subject notebook.
Yes,
I used to be in there. Used to love going to school shopping.
What are you filing away? Doesn't matter. It's something very important.
Right.
This is very important information.
Don't
Mom,
turn to that.
Stop it, Mom. Don't worry about what I'm doing.
Right.
No, that was our life. Being kids in that time, that was wild. But while we were doing that, we were probably looking a mess. And then maybe it seems now maybe looking a mess.
What?
But some of the stuff has come back. Did you wear overalls with your lunchbox? Let's talk fashion. The 90s.
I wore overalls when I was younger. I'm about to say corduroy overalls.
Corduroy.
Had my little solid shirt with my little brown corduroys or something. Yes. And be like, this feel funny.
ASMR.
Don't fuck around and lose a fucking button or some shit on that front.
Right.
Had that one strap gone. I'm still wearing it.
I'm not making a fashion statement. I've lost my button.
Loosen up my buttons.
Yes.
Okay.
We stayed with some overalls, some denim. And that's what's crazy about like the 90s, like the denim and overalls. Like that shit's come back now. But like denim on denim, everything denim in the 90s. Denim hat, denim socks, denim whatever.
Well, for me, it was more so oversized everything. Yes. 17X t-shirts, short sleeve sweater shirts that still go down to your fucking wrists, but they were short sleeve.
The V-necks.
Yes, and they were V-necks.
Oh god!
I remember I was at school and I was in my get-up with my very large jeans and my very large Timbs.
Were they Jabos?
No, they weren't Jabos. They were like Fat Farm, and my very large FUBU shirt. And I remember there was a kid who did not wear large clothes. That he was like, "Did you like lose a lot of weight or something? Like, why are your clothes so big?" And I'm like, "What the fuck you talking about? Get Jimmy out of here,
bro.
You not fucking understand.
Fuck out of here.
The fucking style."
It's crazy to me because like. I remember like kids I went to school with like now when I think about it, like I never liked it, but I saw them doing it, but I never fully liked it. Like so I went to a private school, so I saw things a little bit differently. But then when I hang around my cousins or go to church, I would see more urban things. So I saw the Fat Farms and the FUBUs or whatever. Where I was, it was Airwalks and Joy Dash, like just like these like I guess what. Airwalks for you kids out there. That's what Vans were. Airwalk was Vans' grandmama. That's who Airwalk is.
Not the Airwalk, the Air Chickens.
That is, and I had plenty of Airwalks, Jinko jeans, just like
Union Bay,
crazy JanSport. Did you have a JanSport backpack?
I did have a JanSport backpack. I think we all had the JanSport backpack.
If you did not.
But after a while, my school had to switch to the clear backpacks because that's when they was having school shootings and stuff like that. So I think on the urban side, back where I grew up, it was more so the Outcast, velour outfits, the Fat Farms, the Baby Fats, the FUBU Platinums,
Windbreakers,
Sean John. Yes.
Like little like suits, like you wore a full on suit, and it was a cool thing to do. I think we had several of those, Nancy. You and me,
jogging suit,
mad little jogging suit,
and the velour suits.
Yes, my mother stayed buying us with some Nikes. I don't think I bought a shoe that wasn't a Nike and Tim's. Yes, I don't think I bought anything that wasn't a Nike to maybe college, and I realized that Adidas made some cool shoes sometimes too. But like I was like, what's not a Nike? Like I didn't even know. whatever light up, except for LA Gear. Did you have some light up shoes?
I didn't
Esquire?
have LA Gear light up shoes. I didn't
Damn.
I didn't at all. But I did have the joints with the pumps on them. What were they?
Ooh.
There was the pennies
yeah.
that used to pump up. And it made me want to do it because based on that commercial, you remember when Buddy was pumping them up and then they exploded? I was like, I gotta have those.
Back in the day, man, that's good shit. Thinking, and when I think like 90s fashion, but some of that stuff has come back, right? So like now, flannel, wearing like solid shirts with graphic tees, wearing lots of denim has come back now. Like now it's not a bad thing to wear two things of denim. Like you have to know how to wear it, of course, but you can still wear multiple denim things and not look like Justin and Brittany in 1999. Like it's not a sin to do it.
You can't be out here in your denim suit with your turtleneck.
Your Canadian suit.
And your Timbs on. Like
exactly.
Bro, it's like 90 degrees out here. Why are you wearing that? Please, I know you real funky underneath all that.
Yes, but Timbs never go out of style. And they put Air Jordans on the list. I was thinking in the 90s. No, Air Jordans are still a thing. Maybe it might be different ones.
Right, but different back then.
But some of that stuff has come full. Like that, I think that's also why I like the 90s because it was like a time when I was growing up and coming of age. And now that I am older, a lot of that same stuff I've recycled. I still have Jordans. I will still wear a jean jacket with a darker denim jean. Or I'll wear a flannel shirt. Anybody who knows me knows I love a good flannel with a V-neck underneath like that. And that's a style that came from the 90s. Or tying your shirt around your waist. That's still a thing. That's a thing now again. So we've kind of come full circle with some of this stuff. You know
what? I'm thinking about when I was younger, like maybe early 90s to the late 90s. I remember there was a time I was telling my parents, I don't want to wear anything name brand. So,
really?
So we used to go to like the PX on base on Fort Bragg.
What's PX?
It's the Private Exchange store. It's almost like their version of the mall.
Shout out to
on base. And I used to be. She was like, "You want to get these?" And I was like, "Is that Fat Farm? I don't want to wear name brand stuff."
Not baby. Esquire was like, "I just don't want to do that, Mom."
Right. And then I fucked around and got to like middle school or into middle school. And I remember there was this one young lady in there, and she was just like clown the shit out of me for something that was like no brand. She's like, "What the fuck are you even wearing? Like that's that's nothing. Like it's just nothing." And I was like, "Ooh, I'll change that. I'll show
lady,
you."
I hope you listening right now. See where he at now. Check him out.
Right. She might show back up. She can suck my dick. Right. That's a no-name brand, you bitch.
It's a no-name dick. Comma Esquire, you bitch.
You bitch. Now get the fuck out of here. Out.
Get up. Get up. Shazam.
Lock up when you leave.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
No, we came out of that. Some people would say that the 90s fashion was like bad, and I guess it was. But when I look back on videos, I had bangs. Nancy and I, we used to have our little roller bang. And I'm sure you have female cousins and whatnot.
Yeah.
You'd ever see them with the plush roller bang.
They usually have like a little bun at the top.
A little hussy curls.
Yeah, a little bun
hanging down.
But did y'all used to do the thing where you had a little rolled up sock and then you make a bun into it in your
I'm sure my mother did that. Yes, that or the little donut thing if you ever needed to make a bun.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember seeing my cousin do that and I was like, what the fuck are you in here doing? She's like, get the fuck out of here.
This stuff is wearing a little real
it's not real.
It's little weird curls and putting big old braids in here. Like when Brandy got popular, everybody wanted her braids in their hair. I did that. I'm like, I put some braids in my hair. Like, want to have little braids like Brandy or like whoever else. Like,
really?
Yes, with my little diary. Baby, 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 baby. Yes, I went out to California a couple summers. My cousin had braids. I came back home. Mom, I want some braids like my cousin. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because she was older, listened to Brandy, watching Moesha, and I was like, what is this? I want that.
Did you have the little chokers on too?
I did wear chokers
and
the older that I
butterflies?
got. Yes. I went to school with the white people, so a lot of the things that I saw on that list, I was like, I couldn't personally do that, but I recognized it from when I was with them.
Nancy, did you wear chokers and the butterflies? Okay, let me ask you a question. What color was your choker, and how many butterflies did you have?
I'm trying to think. I don't think so. That's not something that she did. I'm trying to think back. Because when she got to that point, she wasn't in that stage. When we were in the
when
late
I got into
jewelry,
jewelry,
it was a different time. 2000s.
Shells.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like metal,
like
metal, and like.
or
weird,
not the surfer shells around your neck.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
that's okay.
That type
2000s.
stuff.
That's when she started doing that. Yes.
Yeah.
Got you.
Different time, different podcast.
Got
Still
you.
good though.
I hate 'em like
That's
Fred
a decade
Durst.
that needs to go. Those are the times that need to go.
What are you talking
the
about?
2000s. The 2010s. We're not gonna get into that, but that's what should go. So as we were looking at all this fashion, we got this from where? The television and the movies. TV in the 90s. I've said I have recently started watching Dawson's Creek because it popped up on my Hulu, and I'm actually sometimes I don't do well with going back into old TV shows because like the picture is weird, and like on Hulu it's actually not. It's in standard. It's not in HD, so it's in a square versus
The special effects are not as.
and I'm just like, oh god, that's annoying to me. But like the stories are still somewhat interesting, so I'm trying to push through it. Television in the '90s, so whether it was cartoons, our favorite sketch comedy shows, whatever, we had great TV in the '90s.
There was great TV. We had wrestling in the 90s, and I fucking loved that shit. Staying up late at night. My mama, let me just stay up to 9 o'clock, please. Let me stay up 9 o'clock. I see long go away.
Not till 9.
Till 9, because it would end at 9. It was, I think it would come off like 7. This would be like 7 to 8. But then sometimes it would go on a little bit longer to like 9 if they were having like a special 2-hour thing. And I used to be in that bitch begging, Mama, get up in the morning, please. I just gotta see what the fuck Lex Luthor gonna do with the face Luthor.
I did not. I knew of wrestling from either Friends. I think. Did you watch wrestling at one point? Didn't you? Or you just went. No. You're doing that thing. You're not answering.
Man, I was into all sports.
Yes, I didn't. I was not into it, but I knew enough about it. That's where my love for Dwayne Johnson came from. But I was not watching it regularly. But yes,
You used to beg to stay up too.
I didn't beg to stay up, but I used to. If I saw him because that's the time I started liking what men look like without their shirts on. I was like, oh, who is this young man here?
Oh.
I like that.
You started lusting.
Yes,
Oh, I like that.
getting fast in the ass, hot in the pants.
Right. Loose with the goose.
Yes.
That's not
My
a thing, but I
cousins
just said
said-
it. Loose
Shout
with
out
the
to
goose.
my family out there going to their house, seeing them with all their little wrestling videos, video games, TV stuff they be watching. I learned a lot about that kind of stuff from my male cousins. I'm like, what is this? Liking it for completely different reasons.
Different reason. So they in there trying to explain to you what it is.
Yes, and I'm
and
just
you in there
like-
like, so when he take his shirt off again?
Right. Is he gonna always wear them little shorts?
You freak.
Exactly.
Freak.
Wait, favorite thing ever in 90s TV, TGIF. In whatever
TGIF.
what do we have? Step by
Step
Step.
by step.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Hey, Mr. Cooper. Family Matters.
Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets
Boy Meets
World.
World.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Who else was in there?
Home Improvement.
Oh, I liked Home Improvement.
Home Room wasn't TGIF though.
It wasn't.
wasn't.
It wasn't TGIF,
But
but
it
it was during that time.
It was a 90s thing, yeah.
Only thing I watched out of TGIF was Family Matters and Hanging with Mr. Cooper, and maybe Step by Step. Step by Step.
Day by day. Yes. Step right up. Even every day.
When they had that crossover where Steve was over there painting Buddy's school on accident, and I was like, "The fuck is this?"
Those were such a like. Those first of all, this is back when shows had intros. Okay.
Yes.
Y'all know nothing about that when shows have a whole intro with everyone like stopping and pausing, looking at the camera mid whatever popular thing they would always be doing. Those were some really good shows. I used to enjoy those. We said,
They didn't age well though.
oh God, they don't.
The Family Matters show does not age well.
It's
It's
not.
on Hulu. It's on Hulu right now. I
can't
stopped
wa-
after like
I
3
can't.
episodes.
It's not. It's crazy. If I see a clip of like Urkel and Laura, it's funny. But if I try to
sit
like
there.
watch it, I'm like, oh god.
Because it's cheesy and over the top, but that's what we needed back then.
Yes.
But it wasn't.
Or if you see those people now, like I've watched something recently that had the gentleman that plays Eddie Winslow. I saw him in something and I was like, oh,
Darius
I
McCray.
said, yeah, Darius McCray. I said, what are you doing outside of outside of Harriet's kitchen? Like
Wow.
it's weird. Like it's weird to see them doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
But we love those shows. Love them so much to watch them.
What about the cartoons? Animaniacs.
It's time for Animaniacs.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Ooh.
The X-Men. Oh, God. I used to
Johnny
love
Bravo.
Johnny, was that 90s?
Doug, the
Yeah,
Rugrats.
late 90s. Yeah. Real Monsters.
Hey Arnold.
Who? Hey
Doug,
Arnold.
yeah. Hey Arnold. Mm-hmm. Oh God, those cartoons used to be so good.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Ooh, Tales from
That's
the
not
Crypt.
a cartoon though.
Well,
But I mean, it was a TV show.
Or kitty things.
They're kitty things, okay?
Goosebumps.
Some of those kids are watching some of those now. Like my a friend of mine, her kid was watching Rugrats or Doug something, and she saw it and was watching it. I was like, look at that,
Rocko's Modern Life.
Rocko's Modern Life. That was good stuff.
You know,
The
those-
Wild Thornberries.
You know those cartoons. Those
yes.
cartoons actually, they were dealing with like some real shit, and they had like a lot of suggestive themes in them. Ren and
they
Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy
Ed,
was not
Ed
for the
and-
kids.
Ed.
Ed,
Yes.
not for the kids.
They were all that stuff. All of them shows were not for kids.
Pinky and the Brain.
But
What are we gonna do tonight, Brain?
Brian
Same thing we do every night.
Like that.
try
That
to
was
take over the world.
that was good quality. Like what the fuck is going on TV?
Did y'all watch Everybody Loves Raymond?
No.
Never.
Me neither.
Not a single episode.
Throw that out there.
But things like we got Fresh Prince. Did you watch the X-Files?
I did not.
Me and my dad watched the X-Files a lot. That was probably the last. Who?
Roseanne.
No,
You didn't watch Roseanne?
we didn't watch no Roseanne. Saved by the Bell, whichever variation for the most part.
I didn't watch that.
You didn't watch Saved by the Bell?
Only time I would watch Saved by the Bell is if I was like not wanting to go to school and it would be on television early in the morning, and I'd be like, "The fuck is this?" I just never watched it. I wasn't into it.
Saved by the Bell.
What's that black TV show?
You got to be a little more specific than that.
The intro, they're singing a song and they're like going from room to room.
Oh, Different World.
Yeah.
Ooh,
No, I
No.
didn't. I didn't support Cosby back
Oh,
then,
damn.
just because with the whole
Tragic.
Um,
Because
Quaaludes.
didn't even know, but yeah.
right.
I felt something. I was
You
like,
felt something.
something is not right.
That's something that I watched later in life. Let's see. We got
I did watch Star Trek: The Next Generation. Me and my
I
father used
watched
to
it.
love
That
that
was
shit.
my dad, yeah.
And when
Nancy
Whoopi got
and
on
our
there, I was
dad.
like, ooh, Whoopi's on here.
They'll
She's
watch
from
that
Sister
shit
Act.
now. And I'd be sitting at the house like, what? Is it okay?
I love, and then the movies that came out.
Matlock?
Yes. Only time I watched Matlock was never I go down and visit my grandparents in
Yes.
Alabama.
What was your mother's favorite TV show, and why was it in the heat of the night?
Look, that intro in the heat of the night.
I can't.
Ooh,
The
yo,
trouble.
New York Undercover.
Yes.
New York
Eddie.
Undercover.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na.
Yo, New York Undercover gave way to so many artists at the end when they was at that little lounge I used to hang out at after
Yeah.
the case was solved and everything was okay.
I used to love fucking
New York Undercover was bomb.
I was toe up when his partner died.
Eddie?
Oh, I loved me some Eddie Torres.
Did he fake his death or did he actually die? I
No, he
couldn't remember.
died.
He actually
He
died.
blew
now.
up in that car,
In that
and I was
car.
like,
Eddie, no! Not be confused with Winslow.
because they were about to get married, weren't they? Him and whatever her name was,
Oh, girl.
Gina. Nina.
Because she
Nina.
took his spot, I think,
Nina.
on,
Yes.
on the show. Yep.
Yes. Oh God, I used to love that shit. Sketch comedy became a thing. That's when all that started. So you had your Saturday Night Lives, your Mad TVs, but then also for us kids, we had all that.
Yeah.
All that was like game changer for us. Amanda Bynes.
Yeah.
What the
Keenan Kel.
Kenny
King
Kell.
Who
Kel.
loves aren't so.
What's the young lady?
Amanda Bynes.
No, with the long hair.
Lori Beth Denberg?
Yes, Lori Beth Denberg.
Okay.
Whatever character she was playing, I loved all that.
Larissa explains it all.
Yes, good stuff there.
I tried to get into that show. That wasn't meant for me.
Probably not. No,
Because
As a dude,
I was
as
like,
a-
she's not explaining
yeah.
anything that I want to hear. So I just didn't.
In Living Color, because that was you had your Saturday Night Live, and then Living Color came along for us.
And Living Single.
Living Single, Martin.
Of course.
Gotta love our shit like that.
For me, also, I think on like Thursday nights, it was Hercules and Xena Warrior
Oh,
Princess.
yeah. I used to watch those with my dad. Yes, we watched those. Most definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doom,
Yes.
doom, doom, doom.
Yes. That we used to watch shows together as a family back then.
Yeah.
Reading Rainbow. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill came back for the kids. He started explaining random shit to these kids nowadays. And they're like, who is this guy? We're like, yes, Bill, tell him.
He's also unfiltered now, apparently. He
Yes.
doesn't
Very
give
much
a,
so.
He doesn't give
Yes.
a damn. The check is clear.
Special guest in the art gallery. What you know about Bill Nye?
Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill Nye, the science guy.
That's it. That's it right there. That is exactly right.
Did y'all watch Frasier?
No. But I did
Or
watch
Seinfeld?
what Frasier created, which was Girlfriends. But that's a different decade.
Okay. All right, got you.
Shout out to Kelsey Grammer.
What about Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Yes.
So you watched Buffy?
I did watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Charmed.
Angel.
I would not have been able to watch that kind of stuff.
I did not watch Angel.
Just being a church kid, my mom was not allowing
I
that
would
to
like to
happen.
point out that Esquire loves the Vampire Diaries.
I do love the Vampire Diaries. I do. Damon. Stephen, I just don't understand you guys are
So
brothers.
Charmed was Vampire Diaries before it was Vampire Diaries.
Really?
It's legit just
That
more
and,
witchcraft, crazy vampire voodoo, crazy shit. That's all it is.
Got you.
Good stuff on the TV back in the 90s, I swear.
But the movies, though, right?
90s had great movies. This is a question that I had. Do we think that some of Will Smith's best movies were made in the 90s? Would anyone would dare to agree with me on that?
I think
Either 90s or at least early 2000s at the
I think
most.
in that time period, yes, because it was like you saw him outside of more than just Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and he was very choosy with some of the roles that he was doing. He really wanted to be taken serious as like an action type star, and he pulled that shit off. When Independence Day came out,
We will not go quiet
Yes.
until the night.
Yes.
We're going to live on.
Independence Day came out. I was in that bitch toe up, and he fucked around and got his little cousin from to be his son, and what's it called, whatever his name, Nicky, little Nicky.
He took Vivica off that stripping pole.
That part.
No, the 90s we had things like Pulp Fiction. You had the Friday trilogy.
Three Ninjas.
Shout out to our post. We had a few, maybe a month or so back on the Instagram. 3 Ninjas.
Are we gonna take this last shot?
Oh my God.
It's been sitting here.
It's been sitting here.
Right.
Tweet.
We didn't take shots in the 90s.
Shots of maybe High C or Surge.
Capri Suns.
Capri Suns. Did you drink Surge?
Surge.
I didn't drink
yo.
Surge. I didn't know what
Whoa.
the fuck that
What
was.
do you
That was
mean?
like Mountain Dew on steroids.
You
I was
didn't have Surge?
I was drinking Tang
Dead ass. Ooh, Tang. Wow.
with that mogi on it. The mogi.
Y'all remember The Sixth Sense? The Sixth Sense came out in the 90s.
Yes, I do remember that.
Did The Sixth Sense throw you off completely?
It
Were
was
you
scary
surprised?
the first time I saw it.
I didn't think it was scary, but
It's not scary now.
But it did shock me in the end.
That he was dead the whole time?
Yes, and
Yes.
speaking of the 90s, I remember my parents had that DirecTV, but they had somebody that was burning those chips for them so they could get all the channels and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And you had to keep changing the card out to see which one was going to work for you. I remember watching all those movies. I wasn't even supposed to watch that movie.
Oh, my.
But I remember
You know
I watched
what also came out
it.
in the 90s?
What happened? Who?
The roof needs fixing.
Yeah, it did.
Cannot take
The water heater shut.
Yes, it did.
Me. I stretch the pennies as far as I can,
What
and
does he
you
do?
throw it away.
What do you do?
I just plain give up.
But Joe Jackson looking unbothered like this bitch right here. And I just hate how you pulled
Go
up.
to bed.
They came on what, VH1? And they used to have
Yes.
like 3
VH1.
nights of it.
3 nights.
3 nights of it.
Nancy has it on DVD. What's it? 6 DVDs. It's a
Why is it
six
6 DVDs?
I don't think it's 6. I think it's
Oh,
3.
I'm about to say it's because it's 2 hours. It's like 6 hours, right? Is it $6?
Yes. So there's a couple of bonus. So okay, so it's 3 DVDs and a bonus thing.
And a bonus thing. What Michael and talking about? This is so.
But
long.
it has it's like a leather bound. It's got a little booklet. You put it together. DVDs.
DVDs, right? What are you gonna do with them?
Like, burn them. Use them as weapons. Somebody break into your house. I don't know.
What about Jurassic Park?
Oh, yeah. The original Jurassic Park, one of the ones that they came out with later in time was good, but the original, like the first two, was Jurassic Park. It was like Lost World. That was the second one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
those were good movies. Shout out Jeff Goldblum. Ooh, the original Scream movie.
I still know what you did, or I
know
what you did last summer.
Both of those were good. I watched those recently, and while they weren't like scary anymore, I still thought they were decent movies.
Yeah.
Somehow.
A good little storyline.
Yes. They weren't like some of the stuff that comes out now that's supposed to be scary or creepy or whatever. Like those were pretty solid. There's only one rule about Fight Club.
We don't talk
about
Fight Club.
you don't talk about Fight Club.
I never saw it.
Yo, you would like it,
Fight
Craig.
Club?
It's real good.
I never saw it.
I didn't see it until about like 3 years ago.
I saw Fight Club in college, and I was like, because people always talked about it, and I was like, why?
We're supposed to be talking about stuff that happened that you saw in the 90s that you experienced.
No, but Fight Club was a 90s movie.
But you didn't see it in the 90s.
Okay, fine.
So you wouldn't have known what it felt like to watch it in the 90s.
Right. You're right about that.
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yes. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Was is that one better or worse than Blew Up the Baby?
I like the one better.
Blow Up the Baby was stupid. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I thought it was like ridiculous. Like they are small, running around.
It's fine.
It's just
The Babysitters Club.
The Babysitters Club.
13.
Yes. Shout out to all of my 13-year-old girls and their insides just now. 13-year-old me loved the Babysitters Club. I read all those books. Loved the movie. They watched that. My friend's kid watches the new version of the Babysitters Club, and I'm like, they made it again? That's what's up. All right.
I have no idea what you're talking about. But
that wasn't for you.
But Dumb and Dumber.
Yes.
I love Dumb and Dumber. That is the best.
The cable guy.
One.
It's still funny.
It's still fucking funny.
It's still fucking hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Yo, that damn dead bird.
When Buddy peed in that fucking bottle and that cop pulled him over.
I can't.
You give me this. I should write you a ticket. And he drinks his piss.
I think, I don't know, dare I say, Jim Carrey was the original, just goofball. And
Yes,
it's
he was.
no matter what
Ace
he
Ventura.
did, it's probably fine.
Yes.
It's some people try to do that now, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Because Ace Ventura today
It's hilarious.
is funny. If I turn on Ace Ventura right now, I am laughing, and I'm not
Liar, liar.
Liar, liar.
Yes.
The pen is blue.
Jim Carrey just had a way of presenting comedy where it's that's Jim. The downside is that seems like that's the only way he can present comedy because every character, even the Grinch and everything like that, that's just Jim Carrey.
Yo, but that's a classic.
I love
Grinch,
though.
He's just in character. I mean, he's just wearing makeup. You're like, that's Jim
Yes.
Carrey. So it is what it is.
That's I would agree. But then he gave shout out to Living Color because that's where we saw him first.
Yes, White
Shout out
Men
to
Can't
us.
Jump. Did y'all watch that?
I've seen the movie. Yes, that's with what's his name from
Woody
Zombieland.
Harrelson
and Wesley Snipes.
Snipes.
Tax evasion and messing up people. No, that's the other Woody.
I'm
No,
going
not
to
Harrelson.
my trunk. If y'all still here, I'm killing everybody.
Speed.
The Matrix.
Was that in the 90s?
I
Speed?
think it was. At least the
The first
one was,
The second
yeah.
one was not. I think I like the second one better. That's on the.
boat.
That was on the boat. Those were good movies. When was this? Was this the time for? No, that was in the 2000s.
What?
Jake, I was thinking of Time to Kill. I don't think that was in the 90s, but Pulp Fiction was, which is.
I never saw it.
You didn't see Pulp Fiction?
Not in the 90s.
Well, that's what we're doing. That's
That's exactly what we're doing.
You're not.
I
letting
never
me-
saw it in the 90s.
You're not letting me get away from it.
Spice
That's
World.
fine. Titanic, Spice World. I saw both of those in the 90s.
Not Spice World.
Yeah.
For the kids in us, The Lion King.
Oh.
Pocahontas.
Disney. The 90s, 90 to 99 was a great time for Disney. So when kids nowadays
We are
watch.
back.
Yes. Ooh, the dinosaur story. Did you watch that?
I did see that shit.
What were they?
The Land Before.
Oh.
You gotta give us time to discuss this,
Sorry.
Nancy.
Sorry.
Okay, we're back.
We're back.
A dinosaur story.
Yes, I did see that.
That was so good.
Ferngullies.
Oh.
I did see Ferngullies, and I did see All Dogs Go to Heaven,
Yes.
which was very sad.
Oh my god.
And it was
The
good.
Great
It
Mouse
was good.
Detective.
It was good in a very sad
Stop
type
it.
of way.
Can't
it was good in
keep
a sad
good
way.
dog down.
Bow, wow, 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 wow.
That Joker, he was like, who was it? The little hot dog. He finally ended up going to heaven too.
Yes.
Like he died or something. I was like, damn, they all dead.
Let me tell you about Forrest Gump.
We're
so,
back.
Forrest Gump, yes.
Nancy and I went to visit our grandmother, summer of '97.
Janai.
Forrest Gump came out, I believe, in '96, and
She had 3 movies.
She had 3 movies. She had Forrest Gump, Milo and Otis. What was the other one?
Homeward Bound.
Homeward Bound. So summer '97, Nancy and I watched
Homeward Bound.
the same movies over and over again.
I know every word to fucking Forrest Gump.
Why did y'all keep playing it?
Because we didn't have
All
nothing
she had
else to
was
do.
either that or the cartoons on basic cable, which we would also watch, but when we were bored.
So we would just replay it.
Just have it on in the background.
And I love my grandma. Shout out to my grandma, to my family, my cousins. I know they listen. I love y'all. Like, y'all remember, y'all were there. We watched them movies summer '97 all the time. My love for Forrest Gump came from sitting in my grandma's back room watching that movie.
I will look. When I went to my grandma's house, she had Lean on Me in that movie. And I used to be right in that bitch watching it.
You know, I feel like she had that too.
Lean on Me?
Yes.
She may have had Lean on Me on there. And Sister Act. Sister Act
Sister
was
Act
in
2,
there.
yes.
You smoke crack, don't you?
Well, she had,
Sam?
my grandmother had Sister Act 1. And then,
It's alright.
but I don't know if that came out in the 90s, but
No, they both did.
They both came out Sister Act 1. And
Very early, and one was in the mid, one was very early.
she had Sister Act 1, and then eventually she got Sister Act
Yes.
2.
That's just Act 2 was it.
Sister Act, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sister Act 2, wherever you are, black children,
They're probably doing a Sister Act 3 now.
find your note. You know where you're supposed to be. If you want to be somebody, you want to go somewhere, better wake up and pay attention. Yes. That was good stuff. Was that in the 90s enough for you, Esquire? There?
Yeah, did you see it in the 90s?
I saw that all the way in the 90s.
Cool. Then you can,
Front,
you can talk
back,
about it.
side to side, in the 90s. That's good stuff. We love
Meteor
those
Man?
things. Meteor Man.
Yes,
Golden
Meteor Man.
Lords.
And not only Meteor Man,
Don Cheadle.
but Blank Man too.
Blank Man. David Wayans had like a string of like random things that you would not know unless you were like watching them like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they were good things. Like
And
I
I'ma
like
Get
his
You,
movies.
Sucker.
Yes, Money Train. Whatever he did, and I would see those usually at like my auntie's or uncle's house when I would left my parents' house. I would see things like that, but liked them. They were good things, and I don't think there's anything wrong with them.
J5! J5, no!
Some of that stuff is just like
Major Pain.
major pain.
He
That
sleeps
was
with his eyes open.
1. Don't you look dumb? 2. Look at you.
Do you get with my foot in your ass? Turn your turn.
3. Oh god,
That's hilarious.
that was good stuff. Do we think that
Heavyweights.
Heavyweights, The Sandlot, all those movies, Little Giants?
I can't.
Oh man. Do we think that whether it's the movies, the shows, the music, wait, we didn't do music.
No, we didn't do music at all.
Music in the 90s. You guys have already seen our Guilty Pleasures place, so you saw some of our stuff. Oh yes.
I pray for someone like you.
Casey and JoJo.
Yes. Crack kills. Don't do it, kids.
And Jodeci.
Jodeci. The 90s music, if it does not feel like 90s R&B, I don't want it.
Girl only knew.
Ooh. Yes. Yes. Aaliyah, 90s R&B. What you got for us, Esquire?
Well, since I was a church kid, when Kurt Franklin dropped that
Yes.
Stomp, that saved my whole entire life. Was it Salt or was it both?
That was with Salt.
It was Salt. And I remember everybody saying, ever since he fell off the stage, he has changed. He is like real secular now. I used to love that fucking album, The Revolution.
God's Property. No,
God's Property.
God's Property was it. They had More Than I Can Bear on there.
Yes. That's when every youth choir was trying to sing every song off of that damn. I cannot sing every song off that damn album.
Yes, no, the 90s was a great time for gospel. A lot of the artists that I'm very picky about my gospel music, and it's because of 90s gospel. I love John B. Key, Fred Hammond, Hezekiah Walker, but only because of whatever they produced between 90 and like 99, and then very most like 2000, 2002, something like that. That was good time for gospel music
Hammond,
for me.
Book chapters or Book of
Bread
Life.
of heaven, sitting down from glory.
Bless.
Right.
Yes, that's good stuff. If I could think, I think one of the things I wanted, one of my favorite albums from the 90s is going to be Lauryn Hill, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Very good. I heard, what song is it? Everything is Everything. I want to say I was in California.
Not Cali.
Yes, that is where my dad and his peoples are from. I was out there, and my cousin was playing some Lauryn Hill, and like I recognized her from like the Fugees, from Sister Act. That voice sounds familiar. This person I'm seeing on this video sounds familiar, looks familiar. Like, oh shit, that's that girl from Sister Act. Wait, that's that song from like Kill Me Softly. But then you learn like that's an old song. It's not a new song.
Right.
Lauryn Hill, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, one of my favorite. That's my favorite album of all time. But my favorite album of the 90s. Love that shit. Couldn't put it down. Listen to it in the 90s. Have it now. Love it.
I think for me, because I listen to a lot of gospel music. I think for me, my breakout that I remember taking me through that was okay, secular is okay, was that damn album where after Biggie had died and Puffy had just straight ran with
Life
it
After Death, yes.
And you had the I'll Be Missing You. It's like he brought the whole family in, and they was just doing
all about
shit.
The Benjamins.
All about the Benjamins.
Yes, that was a good album. Yes.
So
yes.
I think, was it No Way Out? Is that the name of the album?
Yes.
No Way Out. That was
Is it No Way Out? Is it No Way Out? Or was it Life After Death? Or no, the Diddy. Yes. Was No Way Out.
No Way Out.
That was good.
Drew Hill.
Ooh.
I didn't appreciate Drew Hill back then.
Really?
Except the Soul Food. I didn't appreciate their album because I wasn't listening to their music. Except when I heard them on Soul Food's soundtrack. We're Not Making Love No More. Like, who the hell is that? And walks out.
Dropping it in love.
Mama used to bump. She used to bump the Tony Braxton album.
Yes.
Tony.
My appreciation for Anita Baker came in the 90s. My mother, my mother she's been saved for a real long time, but occasionally you can catch her slipping, and she likes Anita Baker. When I was younger in the 90s, she would have these little tapes. I don't know where those tapes came from, but they would have Anita Baker, Kenny G, random bullshit on them. That's where I got Anita Baker from.
Kenny G Christmas. You can't tell me
Kenny G is a staple.
Hit him with the
in
Kenny G.
The 90s. Don't say
BB
not
and
shit.
CC Christmas.
BB and CC anything.
Yes.
In the 90s. Yes, Nancy, BBCC, good things. We keep going back to gospel because it all runs back to Jesus. But God. Ooh. Yes, Lost Without You. Shout out to my dad for introducing us to BB and CC at an early age.
Angelo and Veronica.
You can't keep naming things as we're trying to stick in a moment. We're in a moment.
BB and CC, I remember we used to listen to that all the way down to Alabama and play that back and forth. Yes. At one point, before I knew they were brothers and sisters, I thought they were married.
Same, until I learned there was a whole clan of them niggas. And they were the youngest.
My aunt was like, well, I mean, you just never know. You know how families do sometimes. I was like, wait, what? No.
We were talking, as we talked music in the 90s, so I think some of our favorite artists had their best years in the 90s. Namely, your Whitneys, your Michaels, Mariahs. Nancy is a lover of all things.
Well, if we are
Michael.
mentioning our favorite albums of the '90s. Michael Jackson's "Dangerous."
Dangerous.
Yes, he's got lots of number ones on there.
Of course, it wouldn't be Mike without a number one.
Don't just leave me alone.
I mean, well, that's not on there, but you got things like Black or White.
Or Macaulay Culkin.
Remember the Time.
Yes.
That was on Dangerous. Yes. Remember the Time is my
Will You Be There?
second favorite.
So,
Ooh.
like, Who Is It? Keep It in the Closet. Like, Jam.
Jam.
With Michael Jordan.
Heal the World.
Heal the world.
So, a lot of number
Okay,
ones on
Dangerous
Dangerous.
might be the album.
Of the decade, yes.
Oh, that's good.
Of the decade.
Maybe of the decade, but that has a lot of my favorite Michael songs.
That's a
on
lot
it.
of good Mike
For
songs.
me. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That's good.
That's a lot of good. That's a lot of good Mike songs, though.
Those are good Mike songs. Heck yeah.
Yes.
So we had Michael Whitney
That's the
gave us
way
her
life
best.
goes.
Ooh, and Janet too in the 90s. Whitney gave us a lot of her good stuff in the 90s. And we everybody's mama, auntie, whoever listening to Whitney.
That Bodyguard album came out.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I snuck and watched
Waiting
Waiting
to
to
Exhale.
Exhale. Well, I'm trying to figure out where I saw Waiting to Exhale first. I want to say it was one of my aunt's house, maybe. Whoever had HBO and they didn't have a kid lock on it. That's where I saw it for the first time.
Not a kid lock.
Yes. Esquire mentioned something about Toni Braxton. Nancy, you may or may not remember, but do you remember our auntie in the back room at grandmama's house listening to Toni Braxton on that damn big ass, remember those big stereo sets,
Surround
like
sound
3
stuff.
pieces.
Yep.
Like she had one of those, like that's, and she would listen to Breathe Again, 7 Whole Days, that first Tony album.
Whole day.
And we would be like, that was God, that's where she left home. So that was good times. I was like, what did she listen to back there? What is that? Mm-hmm. That was good stuff.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Ooh.
Boom, 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 boom.
Tell me what. Yes. 90s gave us lots of good music, whether we listened to it then or later, but good stuff. Did we miss anything? Like,
I'm sure we missed quite a bit of
we
stuff.
probably did.
What about some white artists that y'all listen to?
Oh God, boy bands.
Yes.
Boy
Whoever
bands.
they might have been.
Listen, guys, I've been on a serious boy band kick as of late.
As of late.
From the
It's
90s, who?
Very tragic. You know, anything from the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC,
Yes.
98 Degrees, early stages of O-Town.
Yes.
It's very bad. It's very bad.
I discovered, we didn't mention them as a whole, but I discovered Backstreet Boys on Nickelodeon, so both 90s things.
Wow.
I was watching, so you know, Nickelodeon used to have those things where like people, whatever shows they would have when people perform.
Yeah.
And Backstreet Boys had a thing, and I was like, who are these? Who is this? These singing ass white boys? What are they doing?
That's when you wanted them to pluck you out of Charlotte and take you on the road with them?
Yes.
Okay.
Get down,
They'd be on one of the
get
Nickelodeon
down,
shows, whatever.
Move it all around.
So I discovered Backstreet Boys in like 96 or 97, whenever like Quit Playing Games with My Heart came out on Nickelodeon. So that was good. So back when Nickelodeon like had like what those like slime shows and all that fun stuff back there. Ooh. Sidebar. What's the show with the climbing up the rock? on Nickelodeon?
Legends of the Hidden Temple?
Yes.
Yes.
That shit from back in the day.
Legends
Love
of the Hidden
that.
Temple used to be really good. I used to
Yes.
watch American Gladiator.
American
too.
Gladiators, yes.
Ooh,
They used to be
yes.
real good. So, but music. What else?
So we had boy bands, Christina Aguilera back then.
Yes.
I remember getting into a straight up almost fight with one of my classmates because I didn't know who Christina Aguilera was, but I heard her, and then I saw the video, and I was like, she sounds like she's black, and they were like, no, she doesn't, and I was like, she does, like, she absolutely does. Sorry.
Love her. Golly, love her. Who else? White. All of my pop rock people that I found, I love
Listen
me
to
some Korn.
Yes.
Yes.
Freak on a leash.
Smashing
Yes.
Pumpkins. Did y'all listen
Smashing Pumpkins, Tonic,
All I can say is that my
Blind Melon.
life
That's good. That's real good. Your Sarah McLachlan's, Alanis Morissette,
to them? Green Day?
Green. These are all these are people that I look because I went to school with these people. So
With
not
Sheryl
them,
Crow and all them?
but that's where I heard all of those things. And my mother, shout out to my mom for dealing with me decorating my wall with all of my favorite white artists.
So y'all were those?
No.
I was that
No,
person.
correction. So you know how you used to be in the grocery store with your mama, right? And you would be in the checkout line, and they have
That's what you're gonna do.
all the magazines, the teens, all those. She would get those magazines, go home, open it, take out the unfoldable posters, and plaster them all on her walls. You could not see the actual wall. It was just poster of Justin, JC, Brittany,
Mark McGrath, Sugar Ray.
Anybody from the 90s.
That sounds like an ass whooping.
She let me. I think she realized that's the age that I was at.
The Reverend let her.
And they didn't. They let me do it. And then finally, one day I took them down, but they let me do it.
By the time you got to maybe that third poster that you put up, I'm in there with the belt. Pull it down, and I need to talk to you for a second.
They didn't like it, but they let me do it. Because that was all all about that shit.
The only poster you need to have up is the cross
and white Jesus.
White. That is the only poster that we need up in here. The lamb, the lion, and the wardrobe. You need to have that up.
He's a lion and a lamb. Those footsteps in the sand. That poster.
That's it.
That's when I carried you. That's the only poster you can have up.
I'd be damned if you go here with a regular poster. Hell no.
I had them.
If you're not putting something that's gonna edify your soul, I don't want to see it.
The 90s where MTV, BET, VH1, where they played music videos. Anybody who knows me knows I love music videos. That was the time when those channels made fucking sense. Music television, black MTV television,
pop-up video,
pop-up video, TRL,
behind the music,
behind the music. The pop-up video used to make you just really. First off, I hated doing all that reading while stuff was going on, but you learned a lot based on looking at the video.
Yes, because I used to. I'd be wondering what were they thinking? Why did they do this? What is this thing going on? I used to love all of that. The 90s
or music. MTV World Premiere.
Yes, something you've been waiting to hear. Like all of Michael Jackson stuff came out like that. Whitney, Mariah, who else? There were a couple other ones that were pretty big during that time. It's like, oh shit, we've been waiting for this shit. Tupac, Biggie, stuff like that. And all of that, we didn't. Nancy and I didn't always have access to them, but I think we eventually. I don't know if we unlocked it or if it we caught them slipping and we just had access to it finally, but we didn't always have access to BET, MTV, but we finally did. And we could access it other than at our friends or parents or our cousins or friends' homes. So
did y'all TV have the little turn dial on there too?
We had one of those at some point, yes.
But I get it to channel 45.
That's wild. You kids don't know. You kids
we
know shit.
had one of those big TVs that sat on the floor, but it was
cased in wood.
The fat booty TV.
Yeah. It was encased in wood,
joint.
and it had the thing on the side where you unfold it and
and you could have a whole team who could lift that motherfucker up.
Oh,
thing was heavy.
Years.
You could not once you set that TV down.
That's it.
It was not. It. You built.
Yes,
you set your furniture around that motherfucker. You was
we
not
moved in there in
'93.
and it did not move until it moved.
Yeah, our TV was the same way. You be decorating this shit on top of it. It's Christmas time.
Yeah,
putting jingle bells on top of it.
That's fine. Put that garland on there. We can't see the screen. It's okay. It's fine, just for a couple days. It's all good.
Speaking of music, don't let my mama come out there with that fucking Luther Vandross Christmas. She be out there. Did y'all listen
Patti
to
LaBelle
that?
Christmas? What?
In the 90s? Oh my God.
Oh yeah, no, Christmas music in the 90s, we had Patti, Luther, The Temptations,
Kenny G.
Kenny, BBCC, Kirk Franklin. Oh God, so much good stuff as we come up on the holidays. Good stuff.
You know, in Christmas music back then, when they came out with a Christmas music or Christmas album that meant something, now it's like, we ain't heard from you in a while. Let me put this album out.
Or it's just trash. Jordan Sparks put out a Christmas album called Cider and Hennessy. And I was like, why?
Did you listen to it?
I did. It's not good.
It's not good. Cider.
It's
Hennessy.
a waste. But we're not talking about that. But yes, as you're saying, it's just what did you put this out for?
Right.
What is the point of this?
Right.
Not a single Christmas song on there that is a Christmas song. These are all songs that she wrote, and then she called it Cider and Hennessy. No, Jordan. Back when it meant something. Who could imagine a king?
Speaking of which, Oh yeah, Preacher's Wife. Speaking of Christmas, remember, and I know we're off the TV shows, but they used to play the original Grinch, and then they had like the little live action ones with like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Santa Claus is coming in town. Remember, one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking out the door. This is when he was like Kris Kringle, but he was learning how to make toys and all that kind of stuff before he became Kris Kringle.
Yes. Those are all like those leading up to Christmas. You watch those, and it's always and they're still on to this day. They just come on. You got to be.
I haven't seen in a long time. I'm Mr. Heat Miser.
Whatever channel was it? TBS, TNT. Like,
yes,
they'll play all
TBS.
of those movies. And when I go to my parents' house for Christmas, that we just cut on the TV and just let them play. So that's good stuff. Good
90s,
stuff.
Man. 90s.
It was a good time to grow up. These kids don't really know social media, dial up. Like I think I said at the beginning, we are AOL dial up. We're at an interesting age. Like we've seen things evolve.
Get off the phone.
Yes. Please get off the phone so I can use the internet, or get off the internet so I can use the phone.
Or get off both so I can use the fax machine.
That part. Because that's a whole other line.
We had a fax in our house.
Please, I have got to fax this
Phones
stuff
with
out.
cords on them. Like, y'all, like these kids these days,
phone.
like,
Yes.
y'all don't know what the hell this is. So here's a question. Is there anything from this era that you would like to bring into 2020 and keep?
I would like to bring the level of videos that they used to do in the 90s. Whenever I would watch
Like
the music videos, they used like they were having a good time all the time.
Yes.
And they did a lot more of people showing up in other people's videos, and that excitement used to be like amazing. Used to be like, oh my god, is that Timberland in the back of Aaliyah's video? Ah, or is that Salt in Kurt Franklin's video? Like that excitement, and maybe it's because we were younger. And it may not have meant nothing if you get a little older, but it looked different.
Cool things.
They were always having good times in those videos.
Yes.
Like they put money into those things.
I remember watching Janet Jackson's That's the Way Love Goes, thinking, these are her friends, this is her apartment. And then I saw Selena in there, aka Jennifer Lopez. And I was like, oh my God, Janet Jackson knows Selena. Like
she knows Selena.
Selena, or like Bishop Anaconda, like whatever. Like,
anything for Salinas.
But like, see, they're having a good time. They're playing the music. Then the music cuts in. Like, Janet, no, like cut it back on. Like, what are you doing? Like, this looks like if I were, however old they are. If I was a girl, if I was an adult.
You was in your late 20s or something like that. That's what you wanted.
So yes, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Or how they used to always just be like, they were always going somewhere. Like they were like in a faraway country, or they were like on some high speed chase, or they was like at some banging ass party.
Yes.
And like lights flashing and shit. They wearing like nice clothes and people just getting it crunk.
Yes.
Those kind of videos, I kind of wish we'd bring those back. Like the videos now ain't worth shit.
Yeah, unless it's an artist that you love, it's just not worth looking at this point. So yeah, I would completely agree with that. What would I keep with me? It's probably something dealing with music. I've been thinking about this for probably the last week or so. I'm gonna say the sound of music, not the
not the movie.
Feels are alive. These are a few of my favorite things. But I think we're getting more of it nowadays. But like that feel of like music that makes you like feel something. So earlier, Esquire, he scolded me for putting out things that I did not feel fully or encounter in the 90s for real. But now that I know what it is, I would like more of that in my present day because that music, those people that were doing things back then. It feels different. It sounds different. And the things that I did experience, like I said, my back room listening to Tony, I don't know that I would have loved Tony Braxton the way I do if it was not for listening to it with my auntie in the back room of my grandma's house.
Right.
So like that, and it feels different. And so to this day, when Tony Braxton puts something out, I'm going to listen to it. I might not like it, but I'm damn sure listening to see what she's talking about.
She's built up enough goodwill with you. Got you.
So like that type of these artists nowadays, like you have to be very careful picking and choosing what you want to listen to. But some of these people from back and then, I'm always listening. Escape could drop something right now, and I'm going to listen off just GP.
That's how I feel about Busta Rhymes. Like,
yes.
He just put out an album, didn't
he? He did just put out an album, and I checked it out a little bit. It's okay for what it is, but I feel that way about Busta Rhymes. Busta was so fun back in the 90s.
Yes.
So
If you really want to party with me.
Don't you get suspicious. I grant your wishes every time. When I bust a rhyme, I say the flavors in your mad grease.
Yes, baby, if you give it a you, I give it a you. Yes. Bust a bus. Nancy, anything you would keep?
I'll take a sip to that while you think.
Right. For you, Esquire, I would keep 90s video games.
I would not keep 90s video games.
Well, someone who plays video games, you probably wouldn't. But for me, when I see video games now, I'm like, what is happening here? Like, I think it's cool how they've evolved. I would give them that. Mm-hmm. When I watch a video game, I'm like, oh, shit. Mm-hmm. Like, that looks, this is like very real.
That's me.
Yes. I'm in it. This is me. I'm in there. I'm in the video. But I remember, like, being at my cousin's house, playing their video games, and then when because I think Nancy had video consoles, and I would play them because she asked for them. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was fun. Or going to people's houses, like Duke Nukems and your Marios and
Mortal Kombat. Did you play Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
Finish him.
All this, like all those sports games. I played them all in their earlier stages.
Okay.
Like now, I don't understand how they operate, but back then, give me a Super Nintendo, a Sega Genesis, or an N64, I could have done it. I had it.
See, we had my dad was an avid gamer, so shout out to him for getting me in there. We had the Sega Genesis, we had the Nintendo, had the Super Nintendo, the N64, and he used to be whooping my ass in all those games that we played, and even the computer games as well. Computer games. Mm-hmm.
Treasure Mountain.
Treasure
Oregon
Mountain.
Trail.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Yo, where in the world is fucking Carmen Sandiego?
It used to be, the games used to be lit back then because it was just something, it was something different, you know, to do out of your day to day. But I wouldn't want to go back to those games though.
I feel you. But to that, these kids now, like, they've got so much stuff. They've got games on their iPads, on their phones. Mm-hmm. And I guess technically, those are the things that are similar. So if we think about things that are coming full circle, the games on your phone, all the stuff we used to do on the computer, we being there on the family computer, just in there playing whatever computer game or doing whatever you want to do. So I guess in that respect, it is similar. It's just on a smaller screen because you still have similar things because now they have those types of games on your phones. But like these kids these days that are, you know, our little cousins or people that we've made pass throughout the day, they don't know what it's like to have to wait for somebody to get off the phone so that you can go on the internet, use AOL Instant Messenger versus Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, whoever the fuck else. Like,
or they don't know when you want to go over to your friend's house to play video games, and everybody's parents don't want to call. Y'all get y'all ass outside and play.
Yes,
like y'all can play for like 30 minutes, but y'all can we play the games? No,
not right now.
To get outside.
So we had a pandemic. I don't know what we would have done in this pandemic because I guess we would have eventually just played our video games and our board games.
I was playing Monopoly and Sorry and shit.
But like we was outside type of peoples.
Yeah.
Like I broke bones playing outside. Like that's how we were not in the house when we were young. So it's like all this stuff that kids have access to. I wouldn't have known nothing about that.
Outside, screen door locked. Right. Can I get something to drink? There's a hose on the side. I just really want something.
There's a hose over there.
There's something that's outside this hose. No. Can I get a Capri Sun and a Pop-Tart?
Planning, like I think we mentioned this on another episode. Like you're going somewhere, you make one phone call because you only have one phone.
You only got one phone.
So I'm going to Esquire's house. So I call Esquire's mama. She know I'm coming over there. That's it.
That's it.
Like whatever happens.
You pray to God. You just gotta stay there. They on the way.
My mama called. Did Coley get over there? She over here. Okay. Ooh, thank you, Jesus.
Right. And that was that was normal.
And you have to call your mom when you get there because if you don't, we have a whole problem on our hands.
Whole problem.
Please call when you get there. Oh my gosh, cell phones like going from these little. Remember, did you have what was your first cell phone?
It was a Nokia.
Mine was a Nokia also with the little face. Could you change the face on it?
No, I couldn't change the face on. Remember, could I? No. It came in two colors, either gray or black. And mine was a black one. You couldn't change it and had a little wiry, stringy antenna on it.
Mm-hmm. See, I had the one that was like this big, like a block almost. And you could take the different faceplates. And we used to buy different ones. That was
mine was straight from Verizon. It was it was a smooth like phone. It wasn't anything you could take apart. And that was it. I ain't had nobody to call except for my damn parents.
Right. I think I had my mom, my dad, my two aunts who like they're the emergency contacts for my parents, for me and my sister. Like that's who I could call. That's it. These kids don't know shit. Y'all, I wouldn't know what to do with no social media back in the day. What is this? What are we doing?
And look, and then thinking about the whole fucking not having a fucking phone or just having voicemails and answer machines used to be lit. Like, don't let you get on there and save a little message. I remember one time.
Oh no!
I remember one time my mom was like, Mom, can I just sing on the voicemail? I just want to sing, and I was singing some shit like "We're not home," whatever. and my dad was like, "Yeah, go ahead and do that." And motherfucker, as soon as they would hear that come on, motherfuckers would hang up. Nobody would leave. A fucking, you just hear "We're not home," click. Like, you gotta listen to this shit. Voicemails used to be fucking lit.
And you look like you had an answering machine. Like, click the button, come in, hit the thing. The cordless phone, like the cord phone, walking around the house with that big old corded phone, like wrapping around the damn kitchen, like. And what's weird, like when I think about like our home, like my parents lived in the same home since I think Nancy and I were 6 and 3. So we've seen that home go through all the random phases, the big ass wooden TV, the phone with the cord, like all the crazy shit, the record player. We've seen so much stuff come through that house, and it's like, whoa.
Or better yet, going back to the answer machine, your parents have called you. Pick this phone up. What are you doing there? Are you at home? Yes. Hey! I was late getting to the phone. What you doing? What's going on? How you doing?
Yes.
Mama, you at the house? Mama, are you at home? Mama. What? I was asleep. Oh, okay, cool. Can you come get me?
Right. Those were the days, because like only one person, like I think my dad had a pager or like a phone back in the day, but like that was it. So if he was out, we could reach him, but he couldn't reach us.
Did you ever try to race to get home? Like your teacher, somebody left a bad message or something on your answer machine?
The report card?
Try to get home.
And we live close to the school, trying to get home. God, please.
And delete the message or some shit.
Please.
Message deleted.
Something. That's not, oh goodness. And these kids these days, they can probably dial into whatever fucking apparatus.
Well, at this point, I think it's going like Gmail and stuff like that now, so you can't get rid of it.
It's on TikTok.
It's on TikTok. So we went ahead and Instagram DM'd your mama and let her know that you here cutting the fuck up.
Plot twist, I got a fake account. I say it's my mama. It's me, you bitch.
It's me, motherfucker.
That's what the kids would do nowadays.
Well, do you feel like this 90s era shaped you into the person that you are today, or?
Yes.
Why?
Because.
And I know this because.
The obvious reason. Because we spent more time together.
Yes.
And I think that made a difference. Now, granted, when I'm looking at some of these younger children, like my friends that have kids, they like they hang out. They engage in things together. They engage in social media and whatnot together, which I guess could be similar to us doing video games or watching TV or playing outside. But I think there's something to be said about like having nothing else but each other.
Yeah.
So like I'm super into like the human element. This pandemic has been nuts for me. Like all this virtual shit. I'm not like, I get it and it's fine, but I love being around my people. I need to be with you, see what you're doing. And I think that is what I got from that time in my life. And like appreciating things as they are in like a pure form, not doctored up and not no extra shit, just your peoples and the thing that you like, and that's it.
I think I can agree with that. The virtual shit that's going on right now, anybody can be whoever they want to be on this virtual shit. When it's you and somebody else right in their fucking face, after a while, the truth you're going to shine through.
You can't hide from me.
But I think with us being in the 90s, like you were saying before, so much shit was popping off like that just paved the way for where we are right now. Being there with no cell phones, but you got cell phones now. Having to use MapQuest, and your parents using maps before, and then now you're doing damn GPS on your fucking phone.
Hey Siri, take me to anywhere but here, and Siri will take you somewhere.
Starting off with fucking. Remember, TV used to cut off at like 9 o'clock. You used to go to the straight white screen or the snow screen until it came back on at 6 in the morning or something like that. Like it seemed like shit mattered to where it really pushed you to be involved with family. Yes. But you still had a time where you just enjoyed stuff throughout the day that was on. So I think it did shape. I loved my childhood growing up in the 90s.
I did. We had good. Shout out to life, our parents, and whatever Sweet baby Jesus, giving us what we got. It's a good time. Nancy.
Nancy don't give a damn.
Not any damn.
She don't
No
give a damn.
dams. Y'all
was
out
just
there in the pod world, y'all like let us know like what your favorites are. Look to hear from us in the next week or so as we discuss this episode and all things 90s. We know y'all are out here listening and following us, so we know this is y'all shit. Whenever we put stuff up like this, y'all seem to like it. So like let us know what your favorite 90s memories are. Najee, shout out to you. This episode was like low key for you because you love a throwback. Najee is our king of the throwback.
Dedicated to
Yes.
you.
So we missed you on this one. So look forward to all the content we can put out with this that is throwback and fun.
Najee's 90s.
Najee's 90s. That's it. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's been this shit right here. We did it. If we missed something that you love, it's all good. Talk to us about
it's
it.
only like so much time we could talk
Right.
about. I think we try to run through as much stuff we possibly could.
Like a whole decade in an hour and some change. Y'all hit us up. We'll talk to you about it in the days to come. Let us know what y'all feeling about the 90s, and we will talk to y'all real soon. But for right now, let's bring it back to the current and see what in 2020 was good for our peoples.
It's your
FUBU moment. FUBU moment.
It's your
FUBU moment.
FUBU.
Hey, and welcome back. This is our FUBU moment. Yo, first of all, whenever
That
I
was
hear
very
that,
strong.
every time I hear that FUBU moment, I get very excited about
We did that.
how I sounded.
We did
We
that
did
all
that.
the way.
Shout out to
Sounded
us
real
for
good.
getting our vocal chops on.
Just a few Negroes come together to sing a little bit.
Just a little bit. A little spiritual, Negro spiritual. Our FUBU moment this week is dedicated to a young man by the name of Noah Harris.
Noah?
Shout out to you, Noah. Noah is the first black person elected to the student body president at Harvard University. Shout out to you, Noah. That is a feat in its own. He got out there. And actually, it's important to note, I think, his vice president is an Asian woman. So they have two people of color leading the Harvard student body, and that is what's really good.
Black and yellow.
Yes. Terribly, yes. But also, Noah has also written a children's book titled Successville.
Wow.
He has some great ideas and whatnot for the Harvard student body for getting them to be more involved in cultural things and the community that's around. What is it? Is it New Haven? Right? I think we were with
where Harvard's located at.
where it's located.
Yeah. Around the city.
Yes,
That area.
So, no, that's Boston. I'm thinking the other place, but yes, he's working on ways to get them more involved and be more inclusive because
Yes.
they have an air of
Privilege.
privilege around them. Yes,
Prestige.
Yes.
But only certain prestige.
correct. So he's wanting to expand that. So shout out to you, young king. We appreciate you. We honor you. You are doing a wonderful thing. And lead well. He's a junior, so he'll get to do this throughout him. He was just elected, so he will be for his junior, senior year doing that. So that's what's up to you. And that young woman that you're doing it with, that's what's up. Also, honorable mention to Simone Sanders, who is the new senior advisor to Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, as well as the all-female communications team at the Biden-Harris White House. That's what's up.
That first of all, that's an amazing feat, and just the level of diversity that Joe Biden has said that he wanted to do,
Yes.
agreed to, and is actually doing it. So
Yes, like coming through with it.
He's
Yes.
coming through with it. So shout out to him, and yes, Simone Sanders.
Yes.
And there's some other people, some other women of color as well that's on there, but
Yes, she's as a notable name, someone whose names we've heard in this last year or so, who's been working with all of them. So she got her spot, and everyone else. Like shout out to y'all doing it.
they've been rolling out these pics like I don't know, like a movie style, pretty
Yeah.
much letting them get
A
out there.
little carpet.
Because normally when they pick people, they just announce them and they go from there. They actually letting people have a voice, so you know who these people are.
They had like a whole little panel. They were all like out there to say something. I was like, okay, I see y'all. 2020 lit up, virtual shit.
Uncle Joe, like I want her.
Yes, him and his broke foot. We love you, Uncle Joe.
Get the
But
walking
yes,
boot.
that is our food moment. Shout out to us. Let's keep doing it. 2020 is almost over. We keep doing things. That's our food moment. This has been episode 5. I don't know where we are. I have no fucking idea, but here we are.
Mm-hmm.
We said it earlier. 2020 is wrapping up. Thank y'all for like being here. Season 3 with us. We got I think we got like one more episode before we close the year out. We're gonna see what y'all doing here in a couple of weeks. Y'all take care of yourselves out there. Like, and while you doing that, like, shout out to like all our previous episodes. Our playlists are out here. We got the guilty pleasures out there.
Hold up, you taking the vaccine when it come out?
I need
you weren't even ready for it,
somebody
was
that
you?
I know needs to take it first.
Nancy, you taking the vaccine?
Nancy, you taking the vaccine?
You taking the vaccine when it come out? Well, it's gonna go to old people first. It's gonna be old
Cece,
people.
you taking
and
the vaccine?
It's going to old people and and first responders or
I
people in
did hear
healthcare.
that, yes,
So
yes.
So
And,
chances
rightfully
are
so.
you will know somebody.
I do know some of those people. So yes, y'all let me know if y'all listening. My friends that are in those professions.
So I figure if somebody turns into a werewolf, I know not to take the vaccine.
Elena.
Right. Man, like, that is real crazy. They run around here like a bear right now.
No, I don't mind taking it as long as it's not going to have no bullshit going on. But I'm all for taking it so that we can start to have a way forward in all this shit. I'm not going to say normal. Way forward is the word, because normal is extinct, but new.
A new way forward.
Yes, is what we want.
That's a word.
Like I said, we got our playlists out here. It's the holidays coming up, so like we got Christmas time. Y'all bundle up out there wherever you are. If you're in a cold place, bundle up. If you're in a hot place, be cool. Wear your mask. Y'all be cool out there. Be careful. Corona's not a hoax. We have real shit going on out here in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all be safe. Take care of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Wear your mask wherever you are. We got our Stuffed Stocking Edition playlist that's out there. I can't promise you Christmas episode, but we can promise you Christmas things from years past. Hit up our other episodes. They out here. They exist. Hit us up. nightroundsclt at gmail.com if you want to talk to us. Tell us what you want to tell us. Night Rounds on Instagram and on Twitter. Small businesses, brands, people out there, whatever you might be doing. Hit us up. Talk to us. We see y'all following us. We love y'all. We appreciate you. Y'all got some really cool stuff going on. Y'all talk to each other. Talk to us. We'd love to get involved with you and see what you got going on.
You have a note here that says, let's collab. Let's promote.
Yes, thank you, Esquire, for reading my words. Let's collab. Hit us up.
Let's promote.
Let us know what you're doing. We'd love to feature you and talk with you about what you have going on and support you, because for us, by us. If we don't, who will? So we got y'all's back. Y'all have ours. We love you out here. This is Coley, Esquire.
This is Esquire, Coley.
Nancy been here.
Nancy Thermopolis.
Wow.
Nancy
Wow.
Thermopolis on the 1 and the 2. Najee, we love you. Pod World, we love you. This has been Knights of the Round Table, Season 3, Episode 5. Thank y'all for being here. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Out. We out.